Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
None are better than this one. The best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Ricky Widmer. We got Alex Neatling doing some training as well. Ready for an awesome show here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. So much good stuff on the break page. We got ourselves a loaded Memorial Day series. We have 11 boxes left, 7 headliners left, including Connor right here with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 speed flexes. That is no joke, including Peyton Manning. It's a 7 in 11 chance at a headliner and a 5 in 11 chance at a speed flex. Memorial Day also is our automatic chase. Let's get this series out of the room tonight because Memorial Day was yesterday. Hopefully a good one for everybody. I know I certainly had fun, ate too much food, played a lot of board games, had a lot of fun. Have a lot of good stuff in the black and blue half and half, where half the boxes are speed flexes. The diamonds are brand new with, I believe, all the photoed headliners left. The vaults still have a 10 in 17 chance at a headliner, including the insane Josh Allen speed flex. The basketball has an 11 and 19 chance at a headliner. We got ourselves the minis 11 and 22 chance. So great stuff across the break page. How we doing, gentlemen?
Well, doing well there, Kamen. How are you today?
Yeah, go ahead, Ricky.
I was just going to say with that Memorial Day series, if you missed out on the triple sign Falcon lid that went in the first box of the vault, it's back. It's in there.
Let's go.
So if you missed it, go get it.
Come get it. Yeah, normally in the old studio, we had a little bit more room with the monitors. I would say squeeze them together so we can see Alex, but I think you're kind of in a blind spot there with the monitors.
It's all right.
Which is
can
good.
move back more.
Pop in there. So let's have some fun. I'm making Memorial Day the automatic chase. I'm going to have our dice roller here. Ricky, I'm guessing you're going to go with 7.
You know it.
All right, 7 is Ricky's guess. I'm going to go 8. Alex, what do you think? Dice roll. 6 or higher.
I'm going to go
6 to 12.
9.
9. Okay, so we're going 7, 8, 9. Looks like 5. That won't do. Need 6 or higher. Come on, another one. Roll again. 5 again. That won't do. 5 again. Man, all about 5 tonight. 9. There we go, Alex. Alex is right with 9. I am not going to spin the wheel for a chase because I'm making Memorial Day the automatic chase. Now, we do have a jersey prefill, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But first, let's do a top-to-bottom rundown. And, Ricky, you know, the jersey break is close to filling We'll do the
Very
personal
close.
first.
Very close.
Very close. So personal will be first, then the jersey break, because the person that bought the personal first was first. And they get dibs at the Jamar Chase jersey in case that one is first.
Thank you, Ed Kumpf, for his jersey person.
What's up, Ed? All right, let's start with this Memorial Day series. Now, we've opened this up as a traditional single and double. Then we have the 4-spot single, which basically is the North, South, East, and West, which means you get the NFC North and the AFC North, which is loaded with double-up options. For example, you get the North, you get yourself the Jamar Chase Speed Flex and the Derrick Henry Authentic. You get the East, you get the Bruce Smith Speed Flex and the Emmitt Smith Speed Flex, which are both terrific lids. That chrome Emmitt Smith, oh my God. That thing is nuts. That triple sign Falcons Speed Flex that Ricky mentioned, London, Robinson, and Pitts, the terrific pass catchers and offensive weapons for the Falcons. We still have a Peyton Manning Speed Flex, that beautiful ripped Lunar Authentic, the 5-time league MVP. And in that 4-spot break, the South gets you Manning and the triple sign Falcons. Respect the South. Respect the AFC South. A lot of good names in here. Here's that Peyton Manning lid. That's a crazy ripped Speed Flex with the blue visor, the blue coming out of there. And now, keep this in mind when I quote helmet prices, because I know there's been a couple emails to customer service. I quote around about, and I always lean towards retail value, Ricky. Now, on eBay, stuff can be cheaper. I will say this, on eBay, there's a lot of people that get ripped off on eBay as well. So this is in the ballpark of $1,500. Could be a little more, could be a little less. How much is a helmet worth? As much as someone's willing to pay for it. So you take the Peyton Manning in the ballpark around $1,500, not giving you an exact price in that ballpark. You take the triple sign Falcon Speed Flex, which is also around $1,500. Looking at $3,000 in value in the double up options. So London, Robinson, and Pitts are awesome, awesome helmets. And actually, Ricky, we did the 4-spot single. Should we try the 4-spot double too? Is that a little bit pricier then?
I mean, right now, no one's bought into the 4-spot at all. I'm
Okay.
just gonna throw that out there.
Okay. Well, we can
vault-
get the traditional double up in the normal double.
And the vault single is 2 to go.
Okay, vault singles coming
Two to
up.
go.
Either
8
way,
spot.
Memorial Day, Derrick Henry, Emmitt Smith, Bruce Smith. We got the Peyton Manning 7-11 chance at a headliner, counting the Antonio Gates, which is a loaded series in Memorial Day. Brand new diamond helmets. We have all the headliners left in here. Includes a Kurt Warner amp, the 2-time MVP Bo Nix Speed Flex, the Josh Allen Slate Speed Flex with something I'm seeing now for the second time in the break room, the 24 NFL MVP inscription,
Nice.
which only adds more autograph value for the MVP JA17. He was the MVP in my opinion. He deserved it. I thought the best player last year, though, was the Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley.
If he would have broke the record, he would have got MVP.
I don't agree with that personally, but it could have happened. We'll see.
Arguably should have won MVP.
Arguably
now
should
that
have
they
won
the
MVP.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, it's true. Saquon is a beast. I just think there's a whole thing about the quarterback position right now, which I actually don't entirely disagree with because, again, the quarterback's the most valuable, but I think we saw that Saquon was the best player in the NFL last year.
There's a reason why they say the 2 positions you want to lock up early in the draft are quarterback and pass rusher.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Terrell Davis on that awesome Bronco lid. We got the Steve Young Speed Flex. Beautiful lid. The best lefty quarterback of all time. The Justin Jefferson Winter Warrior Authentic. Jay Jettas. Baker Mayfield Chrome Speed Flex. That thing is absolutely sick. Marshall on that rave. And then Derrick Henry on a Speed Flex I've never seen. The purple chrome, which, you know, we talk about Saquon. Derrick Henry had more touchdowns and a little bit, like about 100 yards less rushing last year. So he was also a beast. Now here's that big show. Here's that Derrick Henry, guys. Plenty of double up options in this series. Bronco fans, Bo Nix, Terrell Davis, 1 spot, 2 lids, just like that. So get your spots. Kurt Warner pairs with Steve Young as well in the NFC West, among other options in that series. The vault single is 2 to go, as the chat is quick to point out. Arguably the coolest looking helmet in the break room right now is the MVP, Josh Allen, two-tone, the red and sort of like pinkish white chrome flex, JA17, such an expensive helmet. This could go for $2,000 to the right Bills fan. It could also go for $1,500. Again, how much is it worth? The values fluctuate. I will say one common mistake, though, Ricky, is a lot of folks try to sell a helmet and they put it up there for 2 weeks and get no bites. If you want to sell it for more, you got to leave it up for more. It's called patience. It's a virtue, as they say. But whether it's $1,500 or $2,000 or $1,200, it's the MVP quarterback, Josh Allen, only going up in value. Get this for less than $100, I think, in the single. Is it 93? I think the single is
93 in the single.
$93 for a JA17 Chrome Flex. That is what I call robbery. Still got the double up option, by the way, in this vault. We have some options in here. That would be the Bo Nix could pair with the LaDainian Tomlinson in the AFC West. We got George Kittle, maybe the best tight end in football on the slate. Derrick Henry again on that clean Raven authentic Nico Collins Speed Flex. This thing is oh so sick, man. We had this Speed Flex a couple weeks ago, and this helmet simply delivers. One of the best receivers in the league on a very, very clean ripped Speed Flex with that red visor, Nico Collins. By the way, Bills fans, James Cook also pairs with JA17 in the East. Terrell Suggs, Michael Vick, with those secondary headliners, 10 and 17 chance at a headliner. You add in two vault keys, 300 and 100. It's a 12 and 17 chance at a headliner, a secondary headliner, or a vault key. That single box break, only 2 to go. We got 8 to go in that single Memorial Day. Practice squad is at 7 left. We got 14 boxes left in here. Still got that Eli Manning mini, the Brady Killer. Very, very clean autograph. Edgerrin James on that Lunar Authentic. One of the best running backs of all time. And here's one for Alex. Aiden Hutchinson on the Rave.
Have my eye on that.
That's a terrific lid. The Lion pass rusher. Sterling Sharp, Garrett Wilson, secondary headliners. Get an authentic lid for less than $50 in that practice squad.
I'll say this that'll make Alex happy is I already have a parlay for NFL futures.
Let's hear it.
Hutchinson, Depoy.
I can see
I
that.
love it. I can see it.
He would have probably got it last
he-
year if not for injuries.
Is he like
Should've
second
got
in
it
the
last year.
odds currently or something like that anyway?
I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
But,
But
yeah,
I
that's-
locked him in.
That's not a bad take.
Futures
there.
bets, I can't wait that long. I can't wait that long.
Patience, Common. That's a
Yeah, it's a
virtue.
virtue.
Yeah,
It's what you
right.
just
Nice,
said.
Alex. Very nice. Well, I'm on a betting break right now, which is good for me. Carmelo licensed jersey on the Jazz. Dirk Nowitzki licensed jersey. 2 of the top 6 leading scorers in basketball history. We got a Paul Pierce licensed jersey, former Finals MVP. We got the Shaq jersey, which is very, very nice. Shaquille O'Neal on that clean Laker, one of the best centers ever. Anything is possible. Kevin Garnett, top 5 power forward of all time on that trophy. We got the Steve Nash basketball, 2-time MVP, Dame Time, one of the best shooters ever, James Harden, Mr. Triple-Double, and MVP, Tyler Hero, Tony Parker, 11 headliners and 19 boxes. The Chase is Memorial Day, Josh. Is that your wife, your mom, your sister, Kim Neatling? Who's Kim?
Oh, that's my wife.
There
That's
we
my
go.
wife. Shout out Kim and my 2 beautiful daughters. Hello.
Charlotte says, go Lions.
That's right, Charlotte. She knows what's up.
She's smart. Raise them good. Raise them good. Black and blue half and half, guys. We're down to 17 boxes left, and I almost had to do a double take when I saw this ratio. It's a 12 and 17 chance at a headliner in here. 10 and 17 at a photoed headliner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photoed Speed Flexes still left in here. The beautiful Emmitt Smith golden chrome Speed Flex. Again, here's actually the Bo Jackson. Here's the Emmitt Smith, the golden chrome. Black and blue, slight imperfections, but man, these are very, very slight imperfections and beautiful lids in here. We have the Brian Urlacher Speed Flex, one of the best linebackers of all time. We have this beautiful Kurt Warner blue chrome flex. I love me a good chrome. one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, Kurt Warner. Baker Mayfield on that ripped Buccaneers speed flex, top 3 in pass yards and passing touchdowns last year. NFC North double up exists for $248, getting 2 lids, both worth over $1,000 each. The Justin Jefferson Chrome Speed Flex, which is very clean with the yellow visor, yellow face mask. The Randy Moss Chrome, the white and the purple Chrome, 2 of the best receivers ever on the same team. Could be won for $248 on Speed Flexes, which is crazy to think about. Some awesome running backs. Derrick Henry, Edgerrin James still left. Danger Russell Wilson on the Seahawks Speed Flex. That is very clean as well. 12 and 17 chance in that break. 1 to go on that vault single. That's coming up. Have the jersey break. 1 to go as well. Still looking for Jamar Chase in the last 9 boxes. The Triple Crown wide receiver. And the freak, Javon Curse, secondary headliner in those jerseys. Mini helmets, got plenty of options to double up. We have what I call like as good as it gets in the mini helmets. Joe Montana is as good as a name as you ever see in the mini helmets. You're not going to see Mahomes in there. You're not going to see Brady in there. That's a Joe Montana flat white on top of that too. So look-wise, name-wise, value-wise, if you like mini helmets, you will not beat a Joe Montana flat white that we have in our minis. You can actually get 2 mini helmets for $50. Joe Montana, Kurt Warner in the NFC West double up. We still have another Hall of Fame quarterback, Roger Staubach, out there. NFL's all-time tackle leader, Ray Lewis. You can pair that with Troy Polamalu for defense. Luke Kuechly and Jordy Nelson, photoed headliners. Plus, Jordan Addison, Earl Campbell, Michael Vick, which puts us at, 11 and 22 chance at a headliner in the minis. And then lastly, we do have our mystery box tab. You can purchase minis, jerseys, reps. You pay the full price. You get a guaranteed item, though. You just don't know what it is. The replica helmets are absolutely loaded with headliners. Bo Jackson. We got Kurt Warner, J.J. Watt, Warren Moon, A.J. Green, Patrick Willis, and I call them the Williams crew. Ricky, Jameson, and Kyron Williams. All 3 awesome athletes still available. New people out there that are watching right now.
Have you changed to crew? Because when you call them the Williams triplets, people are like, wait, they're related? I didn't know they were related.
They're not related. Just to clarify. Related by being awesome football players. So new customers that have money to spend. Obviously, the Go people get this for free. But if you're a new customer with money to spend, you want to get variety, you want to get yourself some guaranteed wins, the headliner package, $1849.99. 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic, 4 headliner names, 4 autographed items, all in the headliner package. So I'm guessing something had to sell out, Ricky.
The vault is closed.
So we'll do the vault first.
Vault 8-spot single.
Then we'll do the jersey personal. And then we'll do the jersey break afterwards, which is 1 to go. But by the time the vault is done and the jersey personal are done, I do imagine the jersey break will be ready as well. So vault single number 1, go ahead and drop me a box number. Let's rock. Let's roll, guys. Rock and roll here in our terrific vault series. Who's got a number? Who's got a number? Timothy Sievert, Tom Kozic, Eric Linnell, Ronnie and Sulaco. New blood, new customer, Eric Felix in the break room. Eric, let us know what team you like and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. Josh Stone, Eric Linnell, and Daniel Davenport. Kamen, good to see you and Ricky back. I only win when you two were around, says Christopher James. Well, tonight's your lucky night then. How about that? People are very superstitious, Ricky.
I'll be honest. James Hamlin only comes in when it's me and Robbie.
I know. I've seen it. So everyone's got their superstitions here in the break room. For example, Josh Stone is a superstition. He likes the wheel. So vault is out of 30, I do believe. So it's going to be the 30 wheel here.
That's correct.
30. So 1 out of 30 here. Let's see what we got for our box number, ladies and gents. Box number in the vault here. Good luck, good luck, good luck. We got 10, looks like. 10. Let's see if that's on the ticker here. 10. The Eli Manning number. Vault, I don't see 10. I believe, Alex, 9 is the closest.
9 or 12.
Yeah, 9 would be closer to 10. So 9 coming off the board here in the vault. Good to be back, by the way. I mean, for me, I rarely get a 3-day weekend off Saturdays and Sundays. But with Memorial Day, took Monday off as well. It feels like it's been a while since I've been in the break room. I am glad to be back, though. Glad to be back here in the Ultimate Autographs break room. You were back. Well, you were here actually most of the
Normal
weekend,
week.
Ricky. Yeah.
Normal week.
Not here as much as Dom, but you were here most of the weekend.
It's a normal week for me.
There you go. All right, guys. We will go 9 clicks for our spots here in the vault. Got the sick Josh Allen Chrome Flex. We got ourselves a 10 and 17 chance at a headliner. If I were out there playing tonight, I'd play the vault or the Memorial Day. That's just me personally, Ricky. And that's where I would play if I had a chance to enter the break room with.
That Nico Collins Speed Flex still here in the still here right now. We
Yeah,
got a
the
box
ratios are really good in those 2 series, and they're high-end series with so many names I like. So many big names I like, especially Peyton Manning in that Memorial Day. Just saying. Come and get the 5-time MVP Peyton Manning. All right, 9 clicks. We got Eric up top in the NFC North, looking to be king in the North. Tom Kozich right below in the NFC South. Timothy Sievert, the NFC East. Daniel Davenport, NFC West. Ronnie and Sulaco. Would you look at who's in the hot tub right now balling? What's up, Ronnie? Eric Linnell, AFC South. Eric Felix. How about this for a potential first ever order? A Josh Allen Speed Flex for $93. And then we got Josh Stone, AFC West. Yeah, Peyton Manning Memorial Day is my favorite helmet in the room. I think Josh Allen looks the coolest in this vault. But Peyton Manning is my first love, Christopher James. We all have a first love we remember, right? That special someone else. Well, when it comes to football, my first quarterback love, Peyton Manning. So you never forget your first, guys. It is a special moment when you lay eyes on that awesome player that you get excited to watch every Sunday. All right, we got ourselves a helmet coming up here in the vault. I think this is an authentic. It is. Both of you guys are teachers, so I know neither of you are poetry teachers, but quote the Raven. We got a Raven lid, which is really weird to see this on a Raven because he's usually a Steeler in the break room, but it's Rod Woodson on the Raven lid with the Raven eye right there. That is the AFC North. 1 spot, $96 from Ronnie and Sulaco for probably the most underrated defensive player in the history of the National Football League. He's got more pick sixes than any defensive back ever. He's got the 3rd most picks ever, an absolute icon, Rod Woodson. The king of the North, the AFC North for the Steelers and the Ravens, Rod Woodson.
Who always finds me in the break room, Common?
Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson.
Always.
Ever
Always.
since my tryout.
I think he had Rod Woodson in the tryout, too. Maybe
I did. I
this
did. I
helmet.
was going to say Rod Woodson found me as well. Hall of Famer here. This is a nice win. Beautiful helmet.
Yeah, he's everywhere, man.
Did Common also hit you with the Jerome Ford?
No,
He did not.
I think we're low on Jerome Ford inventory right now,
Rod
Ricky.
Woodson, and I'm ashamed to say I confused him with the other Woodson.
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson,
And
right?
it's Nick Johnson did the same thing, and he's here, so it's okay.
Right.
It happens.
I got the others.
Yeah, you did pretty good with the others.
Who was your obvious one?
Oh man,
Mine was Debo.
Terrell Davis was a more challenging, but I
Yeah,
knew
we
him.
had George Kittle when we did the on-camera test.
Yeah,
That's the more obvious one. Maybe Niners I picked for the obvious ones.
yeah.
Pick the Niners.
Everyone knows a Niner.
Right? We got one of the best Niners of all time, Steve Young, out there on that speed flex in, I think it's the vault, right?
No, in the Diamonds.
Diamonds, excuse me.
Kittle's in the vault.
That's it. Got my Niners mixed up. Steve Young, which I mentioned vault or Memorial Day, but never sleep on the Diamonds. All headliners left, all authentics in there. A pretty sweet Josh Allen on the Diamonds as well. So Memorial Day, we have 11 boxes left, Chuck. We have 7 headliners. 6 are folded, including 5 speed flexes. Peyton Manning, actually, let me show it off. What better image than to show off the helmets themselves? I'm talking about it. Let's take in this beautiful visual here, which, by the way, she never ceases to amaze me. Jessica has once again delivered with the graphics. She is terrific at her job. Shout out to Jessica in our graphics department. Peyton Manning on this Rip Speed Flex still left. 5-time MVP. That record will probably never get broken for Peyton Manning. We still have the Jamar Chase Speed Flex in here, guys. Very, very clean. Salute to service with the Triple Crown inscription. You know me. I love my chrome helmets. We got Emmitt Smith on a chrome Speed Flex. NFL's all-time leading rusher. Speaking of records, that will be hard to break. Probably the only active player that has a chance to break Emmitt Smith's record is the guy in this series as well, Derrick Henry, on that beautiful camo authentic. Bruce Smith, another record that would never get broken. Most career sacks, 200 of them, with the 200 sacks inscription. The only football player ever that could sign with the 200 sack inscription. No one else can do it. Not even Reggie White.
And Peyton Manning can get tied this year if one thing happens. Aaron Rodgers. He's got 4.
Oh, you think Aaron Rodgers?
I'm just saying, if Rodgers
Let me
signs with
put
the
it
team,
this way.
Not saying he would, but if let's say go to the Steelers, brings him to the playoffs.
There's a better chance of Rodgers never playing again than getting the MVP. And I thought he was a little underrated last year, but MVP, that'll be tough for A-Rod.
I don't think he's won MVP. But
Okay.
Who's won MVP?
No.
Because you're saying Manning had 5 MVPs.
5 MVPs, yeah. Rodgers with 4.
Rodgers has 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Manning's left in here, guys. The triple sign Falcons also left. London, Robinson, and Pitts. We have Bruce Smith, like I said, Jamar Chase, Emmitt Smith, Derrick Henry, and a secondary headliner. Call it the record-breaking Memorial Day series because Peyton Manning, most MVPs. Emmitt Smith, most rushing yards and touchdowns. Bruce Smith, most sacks. And Antonio Gates, most touchdowns for a tight end. So a lot of goodies left in that series, Chuck. Come and get them, man. Memorial Day is absolutely loaded, man. Absolutely
Drew Brees
loaded.
has 0 MVPs.
Is that right?
Who does?
Drew has 0
Yeah, 0.
MVPs.
That's wild.
Robbery. Put some respect on
Lamar
my
Jackson
dude.
has 2, by the way. He could get there.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson?
Maybe.
There's a...
Josh Allen has 1.
Well, first off, there's Mahomes. There's also, Jackson, and there's Josh Allen. But I think
Mahomes
I
and
know
Allen
we-
have 1.
we
Jackson has 2.
Allen has 2. Mahomes has 2. Jackson has 2.
Does he?
Allen has 1.
No,
Yeah,
he does have
Mahomes
2.
won 1.
2022, I forgot
Yep.
about.
And then he had the one the second year, first year that he started. There's a certain thing that all these guys are facing besides each other: voter fatigue.
Well,
I know we see it more in the NBA than
I was gonna say,
anywhere.
Mahomes is just facing Chiefs fatigue.
Yeah, that too. That too. But it just takes a lot for a guy to win the MVP time after time in any sport right now. They don't want to give the MVP to the same guy.
I'm just saying, technically, if we go under the Pro Football Writers of America MVP, Jackson's got 3.
Okay. Still, to get to 5 is hard, man.
Manning only had 4 of those.
Okay. There you go, Ricky. Technicalities.
Big technical.
Let's do
There's so
Ed's
many
jersey
MVPs.
personal, because I'm guessing the jersey break
Jersey break sold out.
Jersey break sold out, so we'll do the personal for Ed, then we'll do the jersey break. Then I see the vault doubles now, 2 to go, guys.
There you go.
So that vault double is moving. So Ed, I'm going to spin the jerseys for you. Those are also out of 30. So let's see what number we got coming up for Ed. What's up, Sean Harrow? What's going on, brother? And did Mike Webb get in that jersey break before it sold out? Mr. Webb?
Correct.
Yes,
Closed it
you
out.
did get in, Mike.
Closed it out.
All right, 27 for the jersey personal, which I think is gone. I think 28 is the closest. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. Should be 28. 28 is yes, so 28 is coming up for our jersey personal. The Marshall Falk box. Marshall, who is very much available in the break room. Got that clean rave in the diamonds for Marshall Falk. So 28 coming up. Then jersey break, then most likely the vault double. But I definitely would like to get that Memorial Day series moving. It is still pretty open, and it is the chase tonight. Memorial Day is our chase tonight. Resting and relaxing. Right knee has been hurting me all weekend, says Sean. Well, get better, Sean. I get it. It's Memorial Day weekend, a lot of resting and relaxing. A lot of
What
thinking.
up, Sean? Hope the knee gets better, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean works hard.
He does work hard.
Sean works very hard.
He works hard. Ricky, I played so many board games this weekend. My brain hurts. It was fun, but my brain hurts. A lot of board games.
Well, I've been grinding that MLB The Show grind.
Figures.
Color Storm, baby.
I got you. Makes sense. All right, let's do
want
this
MLB The Show?
jersey. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Dom didn't seem to appreciate this, Ricky. The boxes feel smoother, and I think I heard you say this on the
Pizza
air.
boxes are back.
Yeah, no, but they feel smoother than the old ones, don't you think?
Robbie says they're new boxes, obviously.
Yeah. So I don't know, they feel better than the old ones.
The logo even has a little bit of a shine on it.
I like it. The pizza boxes are back, guys. All right, Ed Kampf. You're about to get some blunt force trauma. The football kind, LeGarrette Blount, the 3-time Super Bowl champion running back. Won with the Eagles, won a couple times with the Patriots. Big, bruising, powerful back on that green Eagle jersey. Nice hit, Ed. LeGarrette Blount.
Well, also, never mind. Different shade of blue. Why did I think LeGarrette Blount played for the Panthers?
He did not.
Played for the Titans.
Because you got the Panthers on your
I
mind.
do have the Panthers.
He's
in my
obsessed with the Panthers,
It
Alex.
sounds like it.
He will not let the Panthers
that's the
playoff
rabbit hole
Super
you're
Bowl
talking
run go.
It's gonna happen.
And we got to get Ricky some Panther
The
memorabilia.
rabbit hole. I'll say this: I'm waiting for a Panther to come out. I'm gonna tell you by the end of the show.
Okay.
The rabbit hole. I found out this weekend goes deeper. Common. I'm more in on it. I almost put more money on it, but I held
Okay.
myself back.
Good.
Held it
please,
back.
Please, for the sake of your wallet, hold it back, Ricky. Nice hit, Ed. LeGarrette Blount. A very, very nice Eagle jersey right there on the personal. So more jerseys coming up. Thank you, Sean, drinking a beer for us, which I figured that'd be the case. Sean is always drinking a
Always
beer
drinking
for
a
us.
beer.
Thanks,
for
Sean.
us.
No, he's, I don't know. I feel like he's got like a pack of like 128 beers or something in his fridge because
He must be a Costco member.
he must be. It must be.
Are you guys beer drinkers?
I'm not actually.
I'm
Like,
not either.
I'm
a
like
hard alcohol. guy.
casual. Like, I mean, I'll have a beer here and there, but not a regular beer drinker.
I'm not a beer,
Not-
Okay.
not-
but I also, socially.
Yeah, socially.
right?
I'm not saying you're downing a 6-pack every night. No. But, some guys, like, love beer. Some people are more neutral, more on the neutral side. Jersey break coming up. I'm a margarita guy and a wine guy. That's more of my style of such beverages. I'm a classy guy.
Just give me a good old rum and Coke or a rum and Dr. Pepper, and I'm fine.
That sounds good to me. Speaking of Panthers, says Christopher James, Luke Kuechly Flex came in and it's top tier. There we
There
go.
we go.
Get that mini to match, Christopher. Luke Kuechly and those minis in the trenches. Jersey single coming up, 21. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Brady Thompson, Eric Linnell. Hey, Cowboy legendary wide receiver Michael Irvin in the house. What's up, Michael?
Am I,
We got,
baby?
Speaking of MOB, the show, former cover athletes, Miguel Tejada, his brother Mario in the break room. Eric Linnell, Michael Leon, and Mike Webb. Looks like we got 19 from Eric, was ahead of Mike's 7. So 19 is what we'll do here in the Jersey break. Thank you, guys. Let's get that vault double done. 2 spots to go, maybe less now. Get the vault double done. Thank you, Alex. Want to see that break go down tonight. Terrific job of jumping in here early in the show, guys. Keep those orders going. Actually, excuse me, vault double sold out, actually.
Order just came in. I'm
so-
assuming it's Gerald.
That is next. That is next here, the vault double. All right, 9 times. Brady down to Mike. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, Mike Webb, you got the NFC North, King of the North. NFC South is Michael Irvin, the wide receiver legend. Eric Linnell, NFC East, NFC West. Michael Leon in the Jamar Chase spot, AFC North. Brady Thompson, AFC South. Eric Linnell, AFC East. And Mario Tejada, AFC West. All right, box 19 in the open field. 1-9. The Joe Montana Chiefs number. Okay, this is potentially pretty good for a jersey and more item. This is one that I would definitely keep because you never know. The talent is there. This guy could end up being really, really good. Former top 5 pick, number 5, Anthony Richardson.
Very cool.
On the Colts jersey.
Very cool.
A big arm, big athlete, fast athlete. Brady Thompson. Say it with me, Ricky. Starter magic. The very first spot in the break. The starter magic, Brady Thompson.
I was going to say, oh, but the AFC South gets nothing. Oh, no hits.
I like that, Ricky.
Oh.
That we agree on. So, Alex, there's a thing going around here in the break room.
People
And
hating on the South.
Ricky is one of the few non-believers I'm finding out. We have a thing we call closer magic. You get the last spot in the break, you win the break. But some of us now have started, and actually I've been talking about it for years, even before Ricky started. The starter magic, getting the first spot in the break being a win.
Okay.
I think the data shows starter magic is real. Ricky is a skeptic.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Broken clock is right twice a day.
We had it a lot last Tuesday too, Ricky.
Well, so
Just
far,
saying.
We need to see otherwise because
When you're
proves it.
Yeah.
looking for something, you're usually gonna find it. I'm looking for the Panthers to get to the Super Bowl. That's why I'm seeing all the signs. When everyone else doesn't believe me.
And I'm looking for
Same
starter
way I
magic,
feel
and
with
I see
starter
it.
magic.
Right? I get it.
Everyone's
I get
looking
it.
for signs. There's only 3. Can't let everything. If that's the case, let everything be a magic. I ate a McChicken for lunch. McChicken magic.
Ooh.
there you go.
I do like McChicken.
No.
I will say.
This is sarcasm.
Come on. I don't know. We're off to a good start tonight. McChicken
are.
magic. Do you know our customer? I'm having a dumb moment. He's a Dolphin fan, hasn't played much recently. Chris Abermans.
Okay.
Yes.
He has a tradition where every time he eats fried chicken before a show, he wins.
Okay.
So Popeyes, KFC. So chicken is known to be lucky, Ricky. I'm just saying.
Lucky chicken.
So you might be a lucky guy tonight.
Let's
Sounds
just
good.
have everything be magic.
Chicken sounds good.
That's right. We live in a magical world here at Ultimate Autographs. Full of magic everywhere. Can you look at Sebastian's
I'll look
order
that up
number
for
when you
you,
get a second,
Sebastian.
Ricky?
I got you.
I was listening to the show on the 3 p.m. show on my drive in today, and Seabass was winning quite a bit from what I heard. Sebastian Flores. So
Jersey 20, Sebastian, happened during the 12 p.m. show today. If you want to watch it, it's the 12 p.m. show around the hour 50 mark. Or if you want to let me know if you won or lost, I can let you know that too.
there you go. Thank you, Ricky. Vault double is coming up. Guys, we are caught up after this break. So get those next set of orders. Let's keep the show going. Vault double. This is number 4. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Timothy Sievert, Cody Metcalf, Melanie Davenport, Stephen Lenhart, Charles Quint, and my Mizzou guy, Jay Bowerson. What's up, Jay? M-I-Z, baby. M-I-Z. I believe, Ricky, correct me if I'm wrong, unless it's quite a coinky-dink, Daniel Davenport and Melanie Davenport. Are we talking about husband and wife, brother and sister, mother and son, father and daughter, maybe some cousins or something? Any sort of relation, Davenports?
I am not going to dox anyone, but I will let you know. Probably related.
Yeah.
They have the same town. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say what town that's.
So they're related in some way, shape, or form.
That'd be weird if they weren't and lived in the same town.
Yes.
Each other now.
Yeah.
By the way, do either of you know what doxing means? Like if you dox someone?
Yeah, like you give them a negative strike. Or like you take something from them.
No, like so if I said right now, like if I knew your address and I just told everyone online right now exactly where you live, that's doxing someone.
Well, we're not
We
doing
don't
that
do
here.
that. We don't do that anymore.
6 and 19 from Jay.
6 and 19.
Jay says, hey,
Yeah.
Kamen, hope you had a great Memorial Day. Sure did, Jay.
And there's your answer.
Spent some time playing board games with the fiance and her mother and brother's girlfriend. Also watched the movie with my parents, had dinner with them. It was a terrific Memorial Day, to be honest. Terrific Memorial Day.
Daniel's got your answer.
Wife, there we go. There we go. I know his wife is cool because she lets him play in the break room. You got yourself a good
She
woman.
also plays in the break.
Daniel, never let her go. You hold on tight. Don't be like Rose in Titanic. Hold on tight and never let go. Be the opposite of Rose because you find yourself a keeper.
Don't fumble that bag.
There you go. Daniel.
Right?
There you go, Daniel.
6 and 19. Daniel got himself a good wife. Shout out to Melanie Davenport. If you can get, like, as a sports fan, I think all of us can agree. I'm not sure, if your wife's a sports fan, Alex, or not. If she's not,
is.
she
She
is.
is.
Okay, I was going to say, it's a big bonus.
She's a college basketball player herself, actually.
Well, there you go. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Did she play at Benedictine also?
She was an Elmhurst basketball
Oh,
player.
how about that? Elmhurst College.
She was a stud there, too.
When did she go to school there?
It would have been same years that I was at Benedictine, so like 2009 through 2013.
You want to hear?
Yeah.
We were talking about lived near Elmhurst.
Yeah.
Same Walmart that we know.
Yes.
She went to the same college as my fiance at the same time. By the way.
It sounds like we're meant to be, too.
Yes,
Connor.
we're meant to be, Alex. So
You want to know something else?
What's that, Ricky?
If she did go to Benedictine,
Yeah.
I would have called one of her basketball games.
there you
Because
go.
the Cougars of St. Xavier had played Benedictine quite a bit.
So, what a small world. I love it. The 6 degrees of separation theory. We're connected to someone in the world. We know one of 6 people in the world in some way, shape, or form. For example, like, it could be a very loose connection. Like, I know Jay Bowerson, Sebastian Flores, Mike Webb, Daniel, Sean Harrow, because we're in the same chat room. That would count as us knowing each other.
I mean, when I got hired here, I came in and we weren't like close buds in college, but I knew who Dom was.
Yeah. Him and Dom went to the same school.
No way.
So we actually camp out. We have our staff camp out. Actually, Melissa lives next to there. So she camps out at St. Xavier looking for the next talent.
There you go. Sounds like it.
We got a scout, baby. Got a scout. 9 clicks. Good luck, guys, in the vault. Let's have some fun. I was going to say, if your significant other is a sports fan, that is really good for you. It is very, very important because, my fiance is a sports fan. She's more of a player than, a watcher. And sometimes I watch too many sports and I get in trouble. So it's good to have, a supporting significant other. She does support it for the most part. Give her credit. But occasionally, time to turn off the game and do something else.
Of course.
So, Stephen Lenhart, NFC North, NFC South. Melanie Davenport, Daniel's better half in the NFC East. Jay Bowerson, NFC West. Charles Quint, King in the North, AFC North. Charles is the king of cold weather. Mr. Alaska, Charles Quint.
Ooh, I like that.
Cody Metcalf, related to DK Metcalf, perhaps, in the AFC South. Timothy Sievert, he's been hotter than a volcano in the break room of late. And then Stephen Lenhart out there in the AFC West. So good luck, guys, in the vault double box break. 2 boxes coming up. We do have the sick Josh Allen Chrome still lurking. The MVP quarterback, JA17. All right, full-size rep lid. Oh, boy, Ricky. This is what you want to see tonight, apparently,
Is it?
Mr.
Is it?
Theory.
Uh-oh.
It's a Panther.
There we go.
Chuba Hubbard.
Ooh.
on the Panther
On my
full-size
fantasy
rep.
team, too.
That, by the way, is the and more section. Not listed, not photoed, a secondary name, the and more section. One of the better running backs in the NFL, Mr. Hubbard. Really, the Panthers not known for offensive line play. This guy was 8th in rushing yards last season. So awesome running back. That's the NFC South, Steven Lenhart. Congrats on the Hubbard full-size rep.
So let me take you down this rabbit hole, Colin. Or not Colin, Common. So last time we spoke about this, the three things we had was Ohio State won the last 2 times the Panthers went to the Super Bowl. Ohio State won the national champion the year before.
Okay.
The Panthers had a losing season the year before.
Okay, so checking out so far.
And they played the Jaguars week 1 of the year they would go to the Super Bowl.
So that means it's guaranteed Panther Super Bowl.
But this went even deeper. 2003, they lost to Brady. It was in San Fran. They had a losing season the year before. They had a first-time head coach
John
the
Fox,
year they
right?
went. They had a
Bear
breakout quarterback.
Yeah,
they had
Jake
2
Delhomme.
star wide receivers in Musi Muhammad and Steve Smith. They played the Jaguars week 1. When they went in 2015, they lost to Manning. It was in San Fran. They had a losing season the year before. They had a first-time head coach. They had a breakout performance season from Cam Newton. They had Ted Ginn and Devin Funchess tearing it up.
Yeah.
They played Jacksonville week 1.
Great wide receivers.
They tore it up that season, though. This year,
Xavier Leggett.
they play Jacksonville week 1.
Okay.
They have Xavier Leggett and now McMillan. They also got Thielen.
Okay.
Could we see a breakout QB performance from Bryce Young?
Yes. Bryce Young will have a good year.
Bryce Young,
Yes.
he could have a breakout year. They have a first-time head coach this year.
Okay.
They had a losing season the year before. It is in San Fran this year. And the last one, who's calling the game? Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Oh, wow. It's all full circle.
You tell me the plan's on
right.
the line.
And they got
Do
Chuba
not
Hubbard.
invest your life
And they have
savings
Chuba Hubbard, right?
on Ricky's picks. I will warn you on that. Unless it's NBA first basket, then maybe.
I think I put $10 on it.
19 coming up. Box 19. This one feels quite a bit heavier, if you catch my
You're
drift.
telling me $10 to win 410 isn't a bad swing?
That's what the odds are for the Panthers.
I probably wouldn't waste my $10 on that pick, but that's just me.
He'd cash out.
Also, I will say I might have put $10 on a Raider Panther Super Bowl to win $25K.
There you go, Ricky. I wish you the best of luck. A man that needs no luck, apparently, out here with one spot. We got Cody Metcalf with the Nico Collins on the custom beautiful speed flex for the Texans. The Collins across the top. Top 5 in receiving yards per game last year. Beautiful, beautiful Texan lid. The color scheme is perfect. We got the blue, the back, and the red. That is a beautiful helmet. AFC South. This is worth well over $1,000. Obviously, Cody got it for less than $200. Very nice on the Nico Collins
Great
flex.
win, dude. That's an awesome win.
But remember, there's no hits in the South.
No.
No, AFC South.
We just had 2.
We just had 2 South hits.
Yes.
And that
Nico
helmet
Collins,
is
Anthony
beautiful.
Richardson, and we still have the best AFC South hit left in Memorial Day, Peyton Manning on a speed flex. Wow, says Ty Percival. Wow, indeed. This is what we call a helmet that is safe for the hit video. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of awesome lids. It probably will not be number 1, but, you know, I'll usually go as far as 6 helmets, maybe 7 in a video. This is probably one of the top 6 or 7 helmets in the break room. Beautiful lid, Cody Metcalf. Great hit, Cody, says Bradley Williams. Great hit indeed, Mr. Metcalf, on Nico. Wow, been watching, waiting, yes, says Cody. 74 dog. You're a dog, baby. Great job on the Nico Collins speed flex. Very, very nice. Mr. Metcalf. So, The JA-17, by the way, is still left. This has been the hot break so far in our 6 p.m. show. I don't see why we should stop in the vault. I know the Nico Collins lid is cool, but all due respect to the Randy Moss, even the Saquon Flex, the Nico Flex, the best hit in this series is, for me, hands down, both in autograph value, in player name, and helmet aesthetics, the Josh Allen Chrome Flex.
Yep, still out there.
Right? That's still out there.
By the way, if my count is right, 9 headliners and 14 boxes now?
Yeah, 9 headliners and 14 boxes, guys. That includes 6 photoed headliners. Actually, in a rare moment, all right, Nico just got pulled. So 6 photoed headliners in the last 14. Josh Allen, LaDainian Tomlinson, Kurt Warner, Bo Nix, Derrick Henry, and George Kittle. This is the helmet you're going to want to get. It's going to go up in value, JA-17. He's already kind of approaching that, like, 3rd or 4th biggest quarterback name in autograph value. You know, we have Mahomes and Brady, or Brady and Mahomes at the top. But JA-17 not far behind on that beautiful Chrome Speed Flex. Love that Josh Allen lid. Love the silver ink. I mean, this guy got an MVP this year. What if he gets a Super Bowl next? His value is going to skyrocket. He's automatically, probably already, the most beloved Buffalo athlete. And he's very, very popular in the NFL, period.
Hands down.
This guy is going to get an MVP. And I say that as a Chiefs fan. I do. I think he'll get it. To me, it's a matter of when, not if, for Josh Allen. He's such a great leader, such a great performer, and really part of what is a good organization. They get a few more pieces around him. The Super Bowl is just a matter of time. For what is a helmet that, if it's not already worth more than $2,000, it's going to certainly be worth over $2,000 in 3, 4, 5 years as his accolades grow and grow. JA-17 and 186 in the double, 93 in the single. That helmet alone is worth getting after that Vault Series. JA-17, really him and Mahomes, the hottest growing items in football memorabilia in today's game. A lot of other hot hits in here, though. Derrick Henry, still available. Just got a contract extension recently. Worth every penny with that beautiful gold ink. More than 1,900 rush yards last year. 99% of seasons, he's having the best running back year. But this last year, Saquon Barkley did overshadow him. Obviously so. By the way, this Saquon's gone in this series, but there is a Saquon in the diamond still lurking. We still have the beautiful Bo Nix slate, the George Kittle slate in here. The Kurt Warner, by the way, pairs with the George Kittle in the NFC West. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't run back this 4th down vault football helmet series. No reason why we shouldn't. I mean, Derrick Henry, by the way, 4th and 1. Probably the one running back I'm giving the ball to. And if it's not Jalen Hurts, it's definitely Josh Allen on that QB sneak. The tush push is not banned. I believe the Eagles were the most successful. The Bills were not far behind in conversion rate.
You know who, obviously, who invented the tush push, right?
Who's that?
Sirianni.
Nick
But
Sirianni?
he didn't invent it with the Eagles.
He did it with Josh Allen, would be my guess.
No, the Colts.
Oh.
So there was a game when he
In
was
Wentz?
with Indy where he walked over to the headline and was like, hey, why don't we sub in one of our big guys just to
Push him
give
in.
Brissett a little push? Because
I
Brissett was a big guy.
I thought Reggie Bush invented it when he pushed Matt Leinart.
Yeah, but that
That's
wasn't
what
the
I thought.
push.
That was yeah.
That was just like
That was
push.
the Bush push. That's what that was. What's left in black and blue, Christopher James? It's almost too overwhelming what's left in black and blue. In fact, I want to be honest with you guys. I know it was a holiday weekend. I know we had, schools ending, proms, graduations, etc. But color me shocked that this half and half is still left. When I left Friday, I would have thought for sure the half and half would be gone. There's a lot of great stuff left in here, Christopher. So many awesome helmets. We have the greatest cowboy of all time, Emmitt Smith. Most rushing yards, most rushing touchdowns. Think about the Dallas Cowboys, the most iconic franchise in football history. And you get yourself the best player in the history of that franchise, the only MVP ever for the Cowboys, Emmitt Smith. What's wrong with this helmet? I know it's black and blue, but
It's in gold. How often do you get that opportunity?
I mean, like, seriously, that helmet looks awesome.
It is awesome.
So it's a very, very clean lid right there. Emmitt Smith, far from the only Speedflex left. We have this chrome Kurt Warner Speedflex, the number one all-time in playoff passing yards per game. Playoffs. The chrome helmet, you'll learn this quickly, Alex, is my absolute favorite helmet.
I can see why.
We offer in the break room.
Breathtaking.
It's the best lid out there. It's also, having talked to the boss man, Ricky, Matt Salas, these cost us the most money to purchase,
Right.
which means they're worth the most money. Resale value, the chrome helmets. Kurt Warner on that sick chrome. We still have the Russell Wilson, by the way. NFC West. You get the NFC West, you get Russell Wilson and Kurt Warner both for, I think, $248 in the double. We have the NFC North double up. We have the Justin Jefferson chrome, the purple chrome. I almost became a Viking fan, Ricky, looking at these Viking chrome helmets.
I know.
mean, you almost made a business decision.
All right.
And, that's not even the best one in this series.
You like the Randy Moss one better?
Yeah. The Ghost Chrome Fade is what.
Oh,
Yes.
God. Look at that
Goes from
thing.
that purple, fades back to the silver.
That is sick.
Give me that.
That
Give me
is
that.
sick.
Perfect decoration piece for any room, if you
Uh-huh.
ask me.
$248. You get these two helmets combined together. These could go for north of $3,000. You get both for $248 in that black and blue. Yeah, pretty good. Took home the chrome Mike Evans yesterday. Comments as Chris.
It's a good win there, Chris.
Happy Memorial Day to you, my man. Happy Memorial Day to you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Christopher James. So we still have the Urlacher Flex as well. One of the best linebackers of all time, Brian Urlacher. The Baker Mayfield Flex. I say the toughest football player in the NFL today. He keeps on doing what he's doing. His autograph value will rise. You talk about the Panthers, which is a sexy pick this year. You know, the Falcons are up and coming with Michael Penix. My pick in the NFC South, the same team that's won the last few years. The Buccaneers, because of the Bake Show, beautiful speed flex. Probably the most underrated quarterback actively in the NFL.
I would agree with that. I
Right,
would
top
100%
top
agree with that.
3 in pass yards and passing touchdowns.
And if you look at his stint in Cleveland, he didn't do awful there either.
No,
you know,
he beat the Steelers in the playoffs. So what other Cleveland quarterback can say that, right?
Right.
Awesome flex right there. Baker Mayfield. It's got the creamsicle look to it. The Buccaneer Pirates. Very, very clean lid, to say the least. We still got Derrick Henry, Edgerrin James, photoed authentic headliners. Plus Marcus Allen, Eric Dickerson, 12 and 17 chance at a headliner there. Didn't even mention the Darrell Revis on the flash. So, yeah, that black and blue is loaded. The Move the Chains Diamonds, Peter Stands. I have really good news for you, Peter. Really, really good news. Stand up, Peter Stands, and get your spots and Move the Chains, because every single headliner is left. Not a single headliner is gone. And I love that Winter Warrior Viking helmet. The Justin Jefferson Winter Warrior. What do you think about those lids, Ricky? I love those.
Winter Warriors are my favorite Viking lid.
Are they?
I wish we'd wear them all year round.
So you need to tell Dom to stop hating.
Well, he's a Packer fan. We know how Packer fans are.
All three of us know that. That's true.
Haters.
Let's all gang up against Dom all we can. The guy only worked all weekend, but let's gang up on him while he's
Well, he's
tired
not
at
here.
home
Well, he's not
resting.
here to defend himself. Right?
So Jettas is still there. Low key, my favorite helmet of the Diamonds, though, even though we do have the Allen MVP inscription, I love this, like, I'm calling this the grape purple.
That is
Derrick
exactly
Henry.
what that is.
I was thinking candy, but grape candy. Like,
Yes.
Skittles taste the rainbow, baby.
And I see Peter asking there, is Jay Jetta still there in the Diamonds? Well, spoiler alert, every headliner is there in the Diamonds.
Yeah,
Certainly
and
is.
Jay Jettas is hot right now in the break room. We have him in the Diamonds. We have him in the half and half. So if you want Justin Jefferson,
He's here.
we got him. We got him. Unlike the football field, you can actually catch him in our break room. It is impossible to catch him on the football field. By the way, that Derrick Henry, let me see this more closely. What's the inscription on there? King Henry inscription.
Whoa. That's neat.
That is very, very fitting. King Derrick Henry with the yellow face mask, the clean visor. That is a must-have lid for Derrick Henry. Talk about Derrick Henry. In all likelihood, he will finish maybe second all-time in rushing yards.
Probably, yes.
If he can stay healthy, he'll be second all-time in rushing yards, which only grow the value of that helmet more and more. So I want to ask the customers a question because I know right now the honest truth is that it is the Baker Mayfield is also left in here, Donnie. We have the Baker Mayfield Chrome in the Diamonds and the Rip Speedflex in the black and blue. So right now we have Memorial Day, which has 11 boxes left, 7 headliners left. Peyton Manning Speedflex, Triple Sign Falcons Flex, Jamar Chase Speedflex, Bruce Smith, rare auto in the break room, 200 sack inscription, Speedflex, Derrick Henry Authentic, all still left in here. The Diamonds have all the headliners left, guys, on this very, very clean graphic here for the Diamond helmets. All the headliners left. And then we have in our Vault series, only, I think it's now, 14 boxes left in the series? 14 left. Still got the Allen Chrome, the Tomlinson, the Warner, the Knicks, the Henry, and the Kittle. 6 photoed headliners, plus 2 Vault keys, plus the T-Sizzle, James Cook, and Michael Vick. So what
For a
would...
second, I was going to say Taylor Swift.
No, not Taylor Swift. And that one is gone. Dom got to keep the album as a big T Swiftie fan.
Oh, is that right?
It's all Dom's now. That was part of him getting to work all week. And I was like, throwing that Taylor Swift for your butt.
What about the Ric Flair?
Ric Flair,
He
top
preferred-
spot draw between all the wrestling fans.
He picked Taylor Swift out of the two. That's what I heard.
Right? So I was going to say Vault, Memorial Day, or Diamonds, or half and half, by the way, which is
Half and
3 to
half-
go in the double.
Half and half double. Yeah.
So what do you guys want to break? Because I think right now there's a lot of people out there thinking, well, the Vault is cool. The Diamond is cool. Memorial Day is cool. Half and half is cool. Which one of those would you guys like to break? Obviously, the half and half double is 3 to go. That one is definitely coming up. But after that one does sell out, break room will be open again here. So let me put this in the chat. What would you guys like to break here? Not Ike like.
Also, basketball in the room. Who wins tonight? Knicks or Pacers? Common, who we betting on?
Well, so I'm not betting, which means that whatever I say is going to be accurate because whenever I don't bet, I always win. When I bet, I only win occasionally. So I'm going to pick the Pacers. They were my pick before the series started. Give me the Pacers tonight.
I got to check one thing.
You know, the Pacers personally wanted me some money the other night, but I'm going with the Knicks tonight.
Ooh, all right, Alex going Knicks.
Yeah.
So black and blue, half and half,
Bing bong.
Diamond,
Bang, bang.
or Memorial
I got
Day.
to check one thing before I make any sort of prediction.
What's up, Charles Nelson says, hey, Common. What's up, Charles? What's going on, Mr. Nelson in the house? Speaking of Charles Quint jumping in the break room. Chris Millard, Cody Metcalf, all making moves in the break room. So let me know what you guys want to rock and roll with. That basketball game is tipping off any minute now, I believe, here. So, yep,
Knicks are going to win.
Knicks are going to win.
Scott Foster's refereeing.
Oh,
They're undefeated straight up with
I knew
Scott
something.
okay.
Tipped me.
Everyone on Twitter was like, the NBA is putting forth the extender series protocol.
Well, I just put myself on timeout. I can't bet, Ricky. So too bad. Gotta wait a month.
Scott Foster is.
time.
The Knicks are amazing.
All right.
The refs.
Need a story tonight, says Charles Nelson. Let's see that beautiful Theismann. I don't think. Have you had a Theismann story yet, Alex?
I don't think so.
And
Is it true that he's officiating your wedding, or were you just messing around?
not there. We'll see. We might ask him. We'll see what he says.
See what he says.
Oh, if
We'll see what he says.
you're going to ask him to officiate the wedding, but you won't ask Lionel Messi to be your best man?
I might ask both.
Dude.
Although
You've
Messi,
got to.
Messi the dog, I don't know. He's got
How about
a
Lionel
soft spot.
Messi holding Messi the dog?
That could be nice. That could be
on.
very nice.
He's a dog guy.
I think he is a dog guy. He's got a big dog, Hulk. Have you seen Messi's dog? Look it up. His dog is ginormous. His name is Hulk, and it's fitting.
I think you're right. I think this.
Messi's dog.
And it's closed out.
All right, so this is the half and half double, right, Ricky?
Yep, the double
Half and half double.
or the double box.
Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Tons of speed flexes left. It is speed flex heaven in this series. So many flexes. Oh, I know, Charles. Dom was almost on till 2 a.m. on Saturday night. Shout out to John working hard. So, Steven Lenhart, I will say the same thing I tell everyone. All these breaks are all about starter magic. Once you get the spots, the first couple spots get knocked off, everyone else will follow. With that said, Ricky, I will offer Steven Lenhart a one-time only special until 7:15, Steven. 8 minutes. You jump in a Memorial Day break, and it does not sell out tonight. We'll refund you your break spots, my man. So if you're worried about the break not happening, you will get a refund if the break does not sell out. Now, it's 7:07 right now. We'll go till about 9:30 at least. Could be longer if the orders are hot, but minimum 2 more hours of break-in. In the next 2 hours, I guarantee you a Memorial Day will break. Chris will follow as well, says Christopher James, if Steven gets in. Now, Steven, that refund offer I offered you for getting into Memorial Day, that only expires at 7:15 in the next 7 minutes. So if Steven gets in that Memorial Day right now, Ricky, and does not sell out this show, we kick him back a refund.
And I will say this for everyone else out there: you might be sitting there going, oh, "Man, I wish this would break. I'm in it. I want to get in it. I want it to break." Say something in the chat. Once you say something in the chat, more people get going, and that's how breaks fill.
And they say, I'll follow Steven. Christopher says wheel times 2. So let's spin the wheel times 2 here in the half and half B&B. So a sign about Peyton Manning coming out in the break room tonight. 18 in the half and half,
The sheriff.
which is gone. I think 19 is the closest. And then one more spin of the wheel here. All right. Looks like we got 11, which I think 10 is the closest.
Who was the deal for?
Steven Lenhart.
Okay, he got into the Memorial Double.
All right. So, Steven.
2 spots in the Memorial
Yep.
Double.
See, I was going to say, especially if he buys multiple spots, that will definitely go. It's now 5 to go.
So I'm going to highlight those spots just in case.
Yep. 10 or 19 for the half and half. All right. Thank you, Alex. I'll keep the randomizer up. Get these guys set up here. We got Pizza Hut, Jabba the Hutt. No, it's Donnie the Hut. My bad. I thought it was either Jabba the Hutt here eating Pizza Hut or something.
Pizza Hut, Jabba the Hutt, Donnie the Hut, Lakers in 5.
Ooh, okay, Mr. Shannon Sharp. We got Cody Metcalf. No, Ricky, it's Panthers to win 3 in the playoffs.
Panthers in 3.
Chris Millard, Charles Quint. We got Seabass, Sebastian Flores, and Steven Lenhart here in the double box break. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's have some fun. In all honesty, this is just a little also for you, Alex, a little training point for you, but
yeah.
really a training point for the customers. You never want to look at the break page and think about it being 8 to go. Because the honest truth here at Ultimate Autographs is once the break is 4 to go or less, halfway there or less, then you guys believe it's going to happen. So it's always only 4 spots to go from 4. If you take the break from 8 down to 4, it sells out immediately. You buy 2 spots to take it from 8 to 6, the next 2 spots follow, then we're sold out just like that. So never, ever be intimidated by 8 because it's only 4 to go from 4 spots to go, which is a guaranteed fill in the break room. Memorial Day, Charles, ate a lot of good food and played some board games. Went over to fiance's mom's house, had some fun, won some games. We had team names and code names. We had a 2-on-2 competition. We went 0-5 Boston Red Sox. It was a best of 7. We lost the first 3 games, won 4 in a row.
There you go.
0-5 Red Sox.
Comeback City.
It was awesome. So really fun Memorial Day for Charles, for me, man. Hopefully everyone else had an awesome Memorial Day as well. Awesome Memorial Day. Well, they did misspeak, Julia. It was addressed in our meeting today. The only series we typically ever say that about is the High Roller, and then for the UA After Dark show, the Nightlight. But did address that in our meeting today. A little bit of miscommunication, but Memorial Day is definitely up.
I'll still say this, though, Julia. It's still up, which is good for you. And Emmitt Smith is still there? Great for you?
Julia, get that Emmitt Smith in Memorial Day.
Emmitt Smith is still there.
Julia, the greatest cowboy of all time. What are we doing? Julia Smith. What are we doing?
By the way, Julia mentioned on Sunday to us, her grandson walked in to the living room with a Marshall Falk Speed Flex on his head.
How about that?
There you go.
How about that? You're no longer selling that,
no.
Julia.
We're going to take that off. Please don't. Please don't jump the Speed Flex.
So, Christopher James, a.k.a. Chris Millard, has already told us, Ricky, that he wins when you and I are both together in the break
So
room.
if he doesn't win, blame Alex.
Yep, Chris.
It's definitely Alex's fault.
But both people are here.
But he's saying
You're
Kurt
too lucky.
Warner
Yeah,
time.
but sometimes it's like when 2 are there and then you add a third,
Yeah.
it messes with the
I
throws
like,
off
to
the
think, I
mojo.
like to think I'm your extra lucky charm.
I
today,
would
Chris.
like to
I like
think
that.
so, too.
I like that. So,
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Stephen Lenhart. By the way, Alex, you just pop in, show your head, so they don't see who the guy is behind. There he is.
Hello.
A little bit more, Alex.
Yeah.
You see,
Ricky's
you're
got-
definitely blocked
Ricky's
by the
got-
monitors.
Hello.
There he is. Just so they know he's out there.
He's here.
The
He's a real
talking
person.
head, Alex.
Who's the voice coming from behind the...
Ricky's conscious.
It's God. It's Morgan Freeman.
We got to get a third camera that's just right here on.
Yeah, the training camera. Stephen Lenhart, NFC North. Chris Millard, NFC South. Stephen Lenhart, NFC East. Chris Millard, NFC West. Charles, AFC North. Sebastian, AFC South. Donnie, AFC East. And Cody, AFC West. So, now let's go, guys. You spent $1 million yesterday? Somehow, I don't believe that to be true. Somehow, I don't believe that to be true,
We made
Julia.
$1 million in rev this week?
Can't wait for the next paycheck. I'm just saying, Ricky. I mean, I would definitely want to see the next paycheck. All right, we got a big one here. We got a big one. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be absolutely joking me. Now, I talk about put positive stuff in the ethosphere. Good things will happen. Positive energy. What is this? Is that Babe Ruth? Babe Ruth is calling a shot.
Woo!
Chris Millard said Kurt
Christopher
Warner time.
Millard.
Here you go, Chris.
I told
Kurt
you.
Warner on the Crow Speed
There we
Flex.
go.
You passed this one.
The
told you,
good
Chris.
luck charm. Alex is good. Ricky and I are good. Chris better spend $1 million tonight because he's got flexes coming
My
his
man,
way.
Chris.
You guys can't see it, but Alex did do one of these.
I did. Otherwise,
Right?
He did wipe the brow. Like,
Chrome Speed Flex, man. That is insane, Chris. The 2-time league MVP, a Super Bowl champion, #1 all time in playoff passing yards per game. It is a very clean helmet. It is virtually perfect. Now, the chrome helmets As clean as they are, they're the easiest helmet to get a slight smudge on. Teeny tiny smudge. Why it's in the black and blue. The top of the helmet, super tiny. Obviously, when you display this helmet somewhere in the man cave, no one's going like this. What is that? There's one teeny scratch on it. Joe, what's going on with that?
And if they are
virtually
showing
impossible.
up,
Yeah,
you
you
don't
can't
want
see
that guy
anything
as
on
a
that
friend.
helmet.
You don't want those guys as your friends. Exactly right. So, A-team on the shoulder 9, says Chris. Apparently, awesome job, which I know one guarantee I can make about the rest of the shoulder 9. Chris Millard will be in more breaks. He is not done. He's just getting started here. The good luck charms on the Kurt Warner flex right there.
Remember, Kamen, a dynasty was going to be born that night.
Yeah, Ricky Pro said it. It was the other dynasty, the Patriot dynasty. Nice lid, Chris. Very nice lid on the Kurt Warner.
Awesome.
So that's just the first one. There's another one coming up. Another lid coming up. This is the first of 2 here in the black and blue half and half. Look at this helmet, guys, on the screen right now. It is a perfect lid. This is what the black and blues are. The imperfections are minuscule. Just a slight scrunch, little smudge on the top, minuscule on that Kurt Warner. Uh-oh. He says, Baker time. He wants to make you on Speed Flex next.
Is he going back to back?
He's getting greedy.
He's going back to back here?
I mean, he will take all his money and play tonight. I will tell you, Christopher James, it is only one night a week that Ricky and I work together. Tuesday night only. So just tonight, Chris. Tomorrow, Ricky and I are separated. Thursday, we're separated. Friday, we're separated. Usually, Thursday, Friday, Ricky and Robbie get attached at the hip.
Don better watch out. Chris Millard might want me to be working Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, he's like, Don, you have a wedding this Friday? Please come in, Ricky.
Also,
Please come in.
Could be Eric Dickerson if he's on a rant.
Right?
Ooh, yeah.
No After Dark this week, Peter. Hoping for the following Friday. Alex actually will be on that show most likely.
Yep.
That's the plan. Got to get Alex trained up. I know Ricky will not be available for those shows. So got to get Alex trained up. Shooting for, knock on wood, the following Friday for a dark show. But we'll see what happens. Definitely soon on that UA After Dark.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. Wow, Ricky, you've been talking about this division all night.
Oh.
Turns out the division that nobody wants is the hottest division in the break room.
Which one?
Respect the AFC South.
There you go.
We got Edgerrin James on the Salute to Service Authentic, which is, by the way, foreshadowing to Peyton Manning coming out on Memorial Day. Beautiful, beautiful lid. One of the best running backs of all time. I think he's 13th all-time in rushing yards. Multi-time Pro Bowler. Very, very clean lid. I don't even see what's wrong with it.
So already,
Edgerrin James.
Already tonight, Anthony Richardson on a Colt jersey. Nico Collins on a Texans flex. Edgerrin James on a Colt authentic. Where are the AFC South hits?
Everywhere.
Mike, drop.
Woo! Let him know, Ricky. Definitely going to be a big show tonight, Peter. It's one thing you know about me, Ricky. I never look at the future when I'm stuck in the moment. So let's talk about the show tonight, Peter. With all the headliners and the diamonds, better than a 50% chance at a headliner in the vault.
That's why Kamen's not doing the future bets.
Yes, the half and half. Yeah, I don't do the future bets. I want to focus on the moment, man.
Isn't every bet technically a future
Yeah,
bet?
but if I have to wait like a week,
That's too long. I agree with you. Those
yeah,
future bets.
I will do sometimes a tournament bet prior to my brief hiatus, my timeout I implemented on myself, Ricky. I did place a French Open bet because the odds were too good. $50 to win 700.
Ooh.
Novak Djokovic wins the whole tournament.
Okay.
So that bet
the
is out
Joker.
there.
So, question for you guys. I did not bet on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned it earlier. Who do you think made the first basket? Knicks and Pacers. player?
Siakam.
Okay, you're going Siakam. I already know, so I'm not guessing.
Okay.
Who do you think?
I would say between either team.
Either team.
Karl Anthony Towns.
You're the closest. OG Anunoby.
Okay.
Oh, I
That's
love
bad.
OG.
Yeah.
Did you bet OG?
No, I didn't. I didn't bet first basket.
Shout out to OG. He's my favorite.
Miles Turner made the first Pacer basket.
Looks like the over was a smart bet tonight. A lot of points early. 24-23 Knicks with
You're a
about
big-
5 minutes
you're
to
a big
go.
Total guy.
I love totals.
I'm not a big total
I
guy.
like a good parlay.
Yeah, they're fun. Nice job, Sebastian. They weren't as fun this weekend, but I tried. It was a rough Monday. I'll put it that way, Ricky. Actually, Saturday and Sunday were fine. Monday just not a good day. Monday betting. I almost recouped it all, but I had the T-Wolves money line. I should have cashed out, but I thought they were going to come back and win, and then they didn't. It was close. It was close. Nice hit, Seabass, Edrin James. So, guys, what are we doing next? 37 of you guys watching across all 3 platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Oh, we're doing all this talking about it.
I was gonna say my baseball bets don't look good right now. The Cardinals are choking.
Mm.
They were up 3-0. They're down 4-3.
Well, they choked for me on Sunday, so or yesterday, actually. So I got you, Ricky. We actually have some movement on a couple breaks.
There we go.
The Diamond single is 4 to go. And then that Memorial Day is 5 to go in the double box break.
Minis are now 3 to go with Eric Safran, Angie, and Eric Linnell.
Is that easy, Angie Nelson?
Yes.
It's too easy here in the break room. I love this Peyton Manning helmet. I love the blue rip coming out of it. I love the blue visor. Alex, you'll learn this about me. I'm a sucker for a blue visor, man.
Is that right?
A good blue visor just makes every helmet better. It's like ketchup with, a hot dog.
That's your favorite color, right?
I would
Yeah.
say mustard with the hot dog.
Mustard?
But there you go.
Yeah,
Either way,
I get
what you mean.
controversial.
Right. In this area. very
Ketchup and
controversial.
sour cream are like the perfect condiments. The perfect condiment on a football helmet. Yes, Ricky, my favorite visor, the blue visor. Now, the green and the purple visor sometimes make you want to cheat. But the blue visor is the OG. And that visor on that helmet, by the way, the blue coming out of the back, the blue ink,
Yep.
that helmet is perfect.
And the blue visor makes it pop. The blue
Exactly
pop
right.
That much more. And his signature's in blue too.
That's what I'm saying. It's a perfect combo.
It's one of the
that
best
Peyton
helmets.
Manning.
What's your favorite color?
I would say green, right? But
Yeah.
blue's not that far behind because
Uh-huh.
of the Lions.
You see, makes sense. Peyton Manning Speed Flex, guys. Let's get that in the Memorial Day. Very, very clean lid Peyton Manning. So still want to see the Emmitt Smith, by the way. Chrome, it's a two-tone
a very
Dallas Cowboy chrome. Very, very clean helmet. NFL's all-time leading rusher. So that Memorial Day is 5 to go, guys. Get your spots. We have a lot of good stuff in here. We have the Jamar Chase Speed Flex. We have the triple sign Falcon Speed Flex. Low-key, probably one of my favorite helmets in this break. And it's an extremely underrated helmet and also an extremely underrated player. The only guy ever with 200 career sacks, NFL's all-time sack leader, Bruce Smith, with the 200 sack inscription. So that is very cool.
Well, you know who'd be right up there with him is Mark Gastineau. If Brett Favre would give him his sack back.
Yeah, well, Mark Gastineau ain't getting that sack back. No one's taking Bruce Smith's 200 sacks. I mean, we always talk about pass rushers. You mentioned it earlier, Ricky. Quarterback, edge rusher, and then I'll throw offensive line in there as well, which are kind of viewed as the most important positions in NFL drafts. And, all these years of all these great defensive linemen, these pass rushers, these edge rushers, these linebackers. And Bruce Smith has not played in the NFL in a long time, and nobody has come close to his record. Just saying. Get that Bruce Smith Speed Flex in Memorial Day. So the 4-spot Memorial break, Chris, is a little bit different. So it's a 4-spot single break. You would get the north, south, east, and west. So it's the all of them combined into one. So the NFC North and the AFC North. You would get the AFC South or the AFC or NFC South. So, for example, the South spot would have a 1 in 4 chance to win if the London, Robinson, and Pitts comes out, or the Peyton Manning. You get them both for that spot. By the way, just to clarify that Memorial Day series, we have $272 spot in that double box, 5 spots to go. So let's double up. Get Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, Speed Flex, 1 spot, 2 lids for only $200-something. Highway robbery, if you ask me. So that break is definitely moving. It's going to happen. But I'm thinking the next break is either going to be the Diamond or the Minis, Ricky. You mentioned the Minis. There are 3 left. 3 spots to go. Probably one of the best Minis I've ever seen in our mini series. Joe Montana in the house. Very, very clean 49er flat white. Double up with Hall of Fame quarterbacks, Montana and Warner in the West. Double up with some of the best defensive guys ever, Ray Lewis and Troy Polamalu in the AFC North. That's $50 for 2 mini helmets if you got that double up option. So still got Jamar Chase in there still in the North. Roger Staubach, Luke Kuechly, Jordy Nelson guys. And that diamond break, that is 3 to go. Let me quick reminder, how many headliners are left, guys? All of them. Every single one.
Diamonds.
Every single photo headliner is left. We have only knocked out, I believe, actually, all the secondary headliners are left too. So it's a 14 and 28 chance at a headliner. Every single box is an authentic or better. That includes a Derrick Henry Speed Flex, a Baker Mayfield Chrome Speed Flex. We got flexes of Josh Allen with a 24 NFL MVP inscription. We got a Bo Nix Speed Flex. And we have a Steve Young Speed Flex. We got a lot of really good stuff. All the photo headliners, too, by the way, coming with clean visors. So let's move those chains. Diamond single, 3 spots left. This bad boy is popping off tonight. Authentic helmets that are often worth over $1,000, sometimes over $1,500 for just $96. That's 3 to go. The mini break is 3 to go as well. So 3 spots to go in the mini double. And then I'll drop that Memorial Day double as well. That one is 5 to go. So it's only 7:28. We got about 2 more hours. Could be more if we're busy. These 3 breaks will all go tonight. And get your spots, guys. I'll ask you guys this. I haven't had a chance to ask you guys. We've been busy enough. Ricky and Alex,
Yes, sir.
favorite helmet in the break room right now? What's the coolest lid we got for
Ghost
you guys
Chrome Randy
personally?
Moss.
Randy Moss in the half and half for you?
Yep.
You know, it's on the table already, but that Nico Collins is also breathtaking. But I'm gonna say it's still up there in the diamonds. Steve Young. Steve Young's one of my favorites. It's your standard 49ers helmet, but it's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, if you ask me.
Yeah, the best lefty, and you played quarterback in high school and college.
Yes,
so
I did.
Was Steve Young one of your role models as a kid?
He was as you were talking about Peyton Manning, your first love. He was my first love. You know?
Steve Young.
So I think my first Super Bowl I ever watched, he played in it.
He got 6 touchdowns.
Probably, yeah. Is that
6 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Against the Chargers.
Against the Chargers, that's right.
That record is never falling. So that Steve Young is clean. For me, there's 2 that really stick out. So I definitely got to go with the Manning, which is probably my favorite. And Memorial Day, you mentioned my first love. Rip Speed Flex. This is overall my favorite because of who's on the helmet.
Right.
I do think my second favorite helmet, and in my opinion, the best looking helmet in the break room right now, for me at least, the Josh Allen Chrome.
Yes.
This
That's
is
another
probably also the most expensive item we have in the room right now. It's worth the most money, given it's a Chrome and it's Josh Allen. This is probably the most expensive item in the room currently in that Vault series. The right Bills fan will give you certainly $1,500 plus, maybe upwards of $2,000 if you get lucky. If you're patient and lucky, I love that, Josh Allen. My two favorite colors as a kid growing up, and got to stick with them. Blue and red. I love anything blue and red. So a red Chrome Flex, consider me sold.
All right, none of you mentioned it, so I will.
Hit me, Ricky.
Show them that Derrick Henry in the diamond.
Ooh.
Where did we miss that one?
Yeah, that one is
let's
sick.
see it.
That one's probably my number 3 yet, to be honest. It's the...
One of you guys would mention.
I know. I'm calling it the grape Speed Flex, Ricky.
Oh, that's right.
Because it looks like a grape,
I forgot about him.
right? The Derrick Henry with the King Henry inscription and with the face mask with the visor. That is absolutely stunning.
It's like a Jolly Rancher purple. You know, like a candy purple.
I'm getting hungry. I was thinking Skittles, but Jolly Rancher works too, man.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with either.
How about a diamond single?
Diamond single. Maybe we see the Derrick Henry next, right?
Let's do it.
Thank you, guys. Diamond single coming up. Single and ready to mingle the diamond. Diamond single. Did Robbie announce his big news yesterday? I didn't get a chance to watch. I don't want to jump on his thunder, but I'm
On
guessing
air?
he did. Yeah.
I don't know. It's all over Facebook.
No, I know. I know it's all over Facebook.
I don't know if he did.
Okay, I'm going to hold off on announcing it then, Ricky.
You want me to ask him if he did?
Yes, I'll let him handle that. You ask him Thursday.
Okay.
Diamond single number 3. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Russell Pollock, Timothy Seaver, Tom Kozic, Eric Linnell, and then Steven Lenhard with the last 3. $96 here, potentially with one spot for a Speed Flex, which to me is just ridiculous.
I sent him a text.
Ludacris. It's Luda, Ricky.
Luda.
It's Luda in the house. I have not heard a box number yet. Now, of course, this means almost nothing in the NBA, but again, I said the Pacers would win. I'm not betting, and of course, they're winning. That always happens, Ricky.
Now, are you a chase your losses kind of
Yes, that's why I'm not betting.
guy? Okay.
Because I chased my losses yesterday.
I am learning that I may be one of the few, if not the only one at UA that does not chase a loss.
Yeah, good for you.
I will take a red day. I'll come back tomorrow.
That's
you
why I have
chase
my
your
deposit
losses,
lists.
Alex?
I don't think so.
You guys are way more responsible than I. Although I am responsible by putting my timeouts.
Because if I'm losing so much that day, I don't think one bet's going to magically change that.
Yeah. I wish I could do that,
If
Ricky.
I'm cold, I'm cold.
Willpower, baby. So no number for the diamonds out of 30 in this awesome. All authentics in the diamonds, by the way. Also, all authentics in the black and blue. Also, all authentics in the Memorial Day. So if you guys want authentic helmets, we got them. We got plenty of headliners as well. I will spin the wheel. The wheel's going to pick our number. Looks like we got 29 in the diamonds. So 29 we do have. The Craig Crenshaw box. I haven't seen Craig in a hot
I
minute.
haven't seen Craig in a hot minute.
He's watching right now, just in the background, lurking, waiting till there's better ratios. But, you know, we knock out one or two more on that Memorial
How do
Day.
you get better ratios in that vault than you got now?
Well, I don't know. But he's looking at Memorial Day. There's 11 boxes left, 7 headliners. The Triple Sign Falcon. We knock out one more double. It is Craig territory. No doubt about that. All right. So we got Steven Lenhart looking to be King of the North. 29. Oh, here's our guy, Chris Millard. He actually, hold on. This is the wrong list. I randomized the list from the previous break. It didn't copy and paste from the diamonds. You're good, Ricky. This is me.
Okay.
So I was like, Russell should be in this break. Where's Russell? Here's the exact list here, guys. There's no Chris in this break. Someone actually randomized the proper list, not the one from the previous break. So do apologize for your spots, but this is the actual right list after 9 clicks. Tom Kozic has the NFC North. Steven Lenhart has the NFC South. Russell Pollock has the NFC East. Steven in the NFC West, the AFC North. Russell's got the AFC South. Eric's got the AFC East. And Timothy, you have the AFC West in the Diamond single. Move the chains.
You a Game of Thrones guy?
I've watched at least the first season, but after that, it fell off, man.
Ricky and I are big
I was
fans.
going to ask
You
you
get
your
too
favorite
far
character.
behind,
I was
and-
going to say who's your favorite character,
I mean,
but you
Peter
haven't even-
Dinklage.
You haven't
Dinklage's
even
character in
scratched the
anything.
surface
No.
of character.
Yeah, you haven't watched enough. Mr. Lannister. All right, what do we got here in our diamond? The first diamond of the show. It is an awesome diamond here. I mentioned earlier today, this gentleman has been hotter than a volcano. He keeps on keeping on. How about it, Timothy Sievert? Terrell Davis.
Very cool helmet.
It's a Terrell for a Timothy, one of the best running backs of all time. Hall of Fame 17 inscription, one of 9 2,000-yard rushers, a former league MVP, a former Super Bowl MVP, also our first headliner off the board, first photoed
I
headliner
was looking for a
in the
second. I
Diamonds.
didn't see him. His name kind of
Yeah, he's in there.
And for a second, I was like, "Wait, you're telling me Terrell? What? Huh? Who?
Uh-huh.
Huh?"
That is nice, says Eric. Yes, sir. Probably, top 5 to 10 running back when it comes to peak of his career.
I'm gonna say this. You know what I think is giving Timothy Sievert the good luck charm?
What's that?
The crystallized Mahomes.
Once you get a big one, you
ever
stay
since
hot.
he won that,
He's been hot.
Uh-huh.
Once you go back, you never go back.
Actually, to be honest with you, the streak started earlier that night in the 6 p.m. show. He was on fire in the 6 p.m. show, was on fire in the U After Dark, and he has not stopped being on fire since.
There you go, Timothy.
I do always say, to me, you never know what's going to happen. There's no guarantees in life except for awesome helmets at Ultimate Autographs. Only life guarantee I can give you along with taxes and death. 3 guarantees, awesome helmets at UA, death and taxes. But I do personally believe that John Elway's career would look a lot different
Without
if not
Terrell.
for Terrell Davis, because I'm not too sure he wins those 2 Super Bowls. Maybe 1, maybe 0. Terrell Davis put him over the top. Beautiful lid right there. Timothy Sievert on Terrell Davis Authentic.
Robbie said yes, he did.
He did announce it?
Yep, that's what he just texted me.
Perfect. So Robbie Lopez, in case you missed it, our own Robbie Lopez here at UA, got engaged over the weekend. Congrats to Robbie. Now the betting odds on who's getting engaged next are getting interesting, Ricky. The pressure's on.
Well, you already have your number 1 in the clubhouse.
Alex.
Yeah.
Alex Tellez. Everyone thinks it's Colin, but Colin's dragging the feet. Maybe Ricky, you'll slide in. Who knows?
Dom and I are on the outliers right now.
Outliers. Okay. Alex, how long you been married?
7 years. Coming up
Okay.
on 7?
Yes.
So I think outside of Annette, but like of our break team staff, on-air people, I believe only Joe's been married longer.
Joe's
Okay.
a lot older than us.
So I'm in
Yes.
second place.
Second place for Rip got married recently, he told me. I know Steven got married recently.
Okay.
Joe though, love Joe, but he's got some years on us.
Yeah, he does have some years on us.
Makes sense that he'd
Yeah.
be married longer.
So-
I'm a veteran family man, is what you're
Yeah.
telling
There
me.
you go.
I like that.
Well, because you have Steven now is about to have 2 kids, but your kids are a little bit older.
4
than
and
his.
2. Yep.
Yeah,
So-
Steven I think is what, 2 and about to be 1?
2 and about to be born.
About to be born.
Steven.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Steven going to be a dad of 2 here shortly.
Boy and girl?
By the way,
Steve's gonna be a boy and a girl.
I'm guessing Timothy Sievert, I think, is Robert Boucher in the chat.
Yeah, he is.
And I don't think he's live. He's calling out
not.
12. Make sure you hit the live button, Robert. If you pause the video or go to another tab on YouTube, it will not make you live. For example, if you take a phone call, a lot of times on my drive into work, I have the show on in the background. Sometimes I call my mom or something. I take a phone call, and then I lose my spot, Ricky. So, good news for him, though. He didn't call out his number because he won with the number that the wheel went.
Yes, he did.
So, good news for him. He did not call the number Tim Sievert.
Well, he got the Terrell Davis list.
Yeah, pretty
Boucher.
good. Pretty good result, if you ask me.
Let me ask you one more question. How many times have you used the phrase "girl dad"?
Oh. Not as many as you'd think, but I do have a hat that says "Girl Dad."
There you go.
I'm gonna wear it tomorrow just for you, Ricky.
Okay, I have a hat that says Dog Dad.
Okay, we'll wear it on
So
the
I
same.
have one of those.
Not the same, but it's okay.
I'm proud to be a girl dad,
Yes,
but-
and I'm proud to be a dog dad.
but it's not something I use regularly.
I got you.
Is that better? Is that a good answer?
That's a good answer.
I know some guys are like, yeah, I'm a girl. Like The Rock, he can't stop telling people he's a girl dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't stop telling people how good the breaks are, guys. What are we doing next? We got 39 of you guys watching the Steven Jackson number. What would you guys like to break next?
Kobe was also a girl dad, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's when I feel like that became really popular with Kobe. The hashtag girl dad. R.I.P. to the Mamba. Now here's that mini double, guys. 3 spots left. Let me drop that link in like it's hot here. Mini double, 3 spots left. Excuse my mistyping on double. And then that Memorial Day. Let's get that Memorial Day double done. 5 to go. It is the Chase Wheel Spin tonight as well, which that does close at 9 p.m., Ricky.
Yep.
I am closing the wheel spin at 9 p.m. for the night shows. So if you are not, in a break that fills by 9 p.m., there is no wheel spin. Memorial Day, 5 spots to go. A lot of the military lids in there, of course. Such an awesome, awesome series. So, Pascal Siakam did not score the first point, but he scored a lot of points. He's got 11 already here in the game today. Pacers up 47-39.
Don't choke it away.
Tyrese Halliburton's got 15, 6, and 5, Ricky. So he's came to play here today.
Yes, he did.
I really am hoping. Been kind of against the Thunder their whole playoff run just because I didn't think they were experienced enough. But now I'm rooting for Thunder Pacers for one reason only.
Why is that?
They're both teams that built their core on the backs of trading away Paul George.
There you go. I'm cheering for the Pacers because I like the Pacers. They're the underdog team right now. That's my team that I'm cheering for.
Do you think if the Kings GM or front office could push a button to go back in time and have that backcourt of Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, that they would do that?
Yes. Yes, they would. Yes. Simple yes. Chris asking, Tim, do you have a Caleb? Christopher James. Let's get that mini done, guys.
It's close.
And how about Memorial Day? I will say, I get that the vault and the diamonds right now are a little bit hot, which makes a lot of sense with what's left in there. But I don't know if you guys got the memo. I'll put this in the chat as well, Ricky.
Did you not get the memo?
There is a 7 in 11 chance at a headliner in Memorial Day. 6 in 11 at a photo headliner. And here's the best part, in my opinion, the kicker. It's not even called a half and half. 5 in 11 chance at a speed flex, which means that almost half the boxes coming up in Memorial Day are speed flexes, and none of these are damaged. And we're not just talking about any old speed flexes. We're talking about the 5-time league MVP, one of the most popular football players. I mean, still popular today in commercials, the Manning cast. Everybody knows Peyton Manning, and that is an awesome, awesome speed flex with that blue ink, that blue visor. We still have the Emmitt Smith speed flex, the chrome, my favorite type of lid. We have the Bruce Smith with the 200 sack inscription. We have a triple signed London, Robinson, and Pitts speed flex. And we have a Jamar Chase speed flex with the Triple Crown inscription. Now, a lot of the custom speed flexes, for example, the Salute to Service speed flex with an inscription, we're looking at north of $1,000 in value. You get the Chrome speed flex, we're looking at in the ballpark, give or take around $1,500. Could it be $1,200? Could it be $1,800? Depending on who's buying the helmet. But the Chrome flexes and the custom rib speed flex, especially a quarterback like Peyton Manning, we're looking at closer to $1,500, give or take in autograph value. So these are worth a lot of money. The most expensive lids in the room, the speed flex is what the pros wear. And I have never seen the exact same Manning speed flex. It's not the first. It will not be the last. We got a lot of Manning flexes, but I've never seen one exactly like that, Ricky.
Very cool.
That's different. Have you seen one like this?
No, never.
Never seen this exact
It
helmet.
almost looks like it got shot out of like a jet, like rocket or a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone shot it at you.
Uh-huh. It's like Peyton Manning delivering
ball at you.
cannons on the field.
Yeah.
So, guys, that series is coming up. 5 to go. And we get that down to like 3 or 4. It'll go right away. And for the folks that maybe don't want to invest as much money, we got another Mount Rushmore quarterback, which, my opinion of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, my current Mount Rushmore, which will change with Mahomes, but if Mahomes retires today, I would still probably put him number 4 with all he's done. I think he'll be 1 or 2 by the time he's done. But if Mahomes retired today, Brady obviously is the best at the current moment, no matter what.
Yeah.
I have Peyton Manning number 2, and I have Joe Montana number 3 on my Mount Rushmore. Here's that Joe Montana on that flat white mini. What do you guys think? Top 4 quarterbacks of all time as of right now.
I would definitely.
Like current players?
No, like all time, anyone.
It's hard not to include Joe Ma's name in there, right?
Yeah,
For
Montana.
Sure, for sure. And I think you could definitely make the argument that Mahomes is making his way to that top tier, right?
Yeah.
But look at the Super Bowls he's won, MVPs. Tom Brady, he's one of the GOATs. Absolutely.
Well, who's the 4th guy?
4th guy.
I got Manning personally. Rodgers is up there. Breeze is up there. You want to go Johnny U back in the day?
In terms of stats, Drew Brees would be hard to.
Yeah.
You could make a
His
great
stats
case
are
for
sick.
him. Yes. So.
You've heard of the Cameron Jordan argument with Drew Brees, right?
No, I have not.
Where he says if you're saying the GOAT, it's Tom Brady. But if you're saying best quarterback of all time, it's Drew Brees.
I would agree with that.
Because of the stats.
And here, I forgot to mention Peyton Manning. He kind of set the precedent
Well-
for like quarterback prototypes currently, or at least mechanics, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about a guy that won 5 MVPs.
Yes.
So I put Manning 2, Montana 3 on my best quarterbacks ever. So we have a top 5 quarterback in the Diamonds. Actually, excuse me, that's the Memorial Day for Manning. And then, of course, we have Joe Montana and the mini helmets for $50. Mount Rushmore quarterback still available in here as well.
You know what I find very funny?
What's that?
How important the 2009 MVP was. Because if it happened, I'm not saying it should have, but if it did go to Brett Favre, if he had like a little bit more completion percentage, few more yards, his touchdown to INT ratio was way better than Peyton Manning's.
Favre would have 4, Manning
He
would have 4.
Manning would have 4.
Yeah, Brett Favre a beast as well. So Robert Boucher, a.k.a. Timothy Sievert, was 6 minutes behind. So Montana left in those minis, by the way, guys. Still got the Jamar Chase, Ray Lewis, Kurt Warner, Roger Staubach, Troy Polamalu, Luke Kuechly, and that beautiful Jordy Nelson flash.
Memorial Day doubled down to 4. Chris Millard getting in there.
There we go,
in
Chris.
the Bon Jovi zone.
I figured he'd get in there.
You a Bon Jovi fan?
I mean, who isn't?
Bon Jovi's cool.
Nick Johnston.
Nick is not a fan?
I found that out and it nearly broke my heart.
Nick. My poor soul.
He also hates the song Living on a Prayer.
Well, of course.
Does he know ABBA, though, at least?
What?
Does he know who
didn't
ABBA
ask
is?
him about ABBA.
Steven didn't know who ABBA was.
Steven, I gave up asking Steven about pop culture and stuff and music because all I got was, I don't know who that is.
Shout out to Steven Ryan. We love you,
Being a music
Steven.
guy, I'm like, I can't. I'm just going to get angry.
Jeff, we got a new guy training in the background, Alex.
Hello, Jeff.
Be
Hello.
nice, Jeff.
Rumors are he'll pop his head out if you buy in a break. That's what I heard.
It's the only way. The only way
Only
you'll
way.
see my bald head tonight is if you buy a spot in the break.
A Memorial Day, by the way, photo headliners left, Jeff. Only 11 boxes left. We got the 5-time MVP, Peyton Manning on the ripped Lunar Speed Flex. Very, very clean. We still got the Emmitt Smith Chrome Speed Flex, NFL's all-time leading rusher on that sick lid. We do have the Jamar Chase with the Triple Crown inscription. That's something that only a handful of guys can inscribe. And only one guy could inscribe 200 career sacks, Bruce Smith. And we still got the Derrick Henry authentic as well. And the triple sign Falcons, London, Robinson, and Pitts. So that is 6 photoed headliners and 11 boxes, including 5 flexes. So get your spots. Get your spots, Mr. Jeff August. Jeff is a fan of the team that none of us are fans of. Packer fans.
Dom's team.
Dom's team. So him and Dom get along well.
As you could,
Yes,
as you could
but
notice by
no.
this right here.
Because Dom got called out, so on Thursdays
What
we
did he
have
get called out for?
for wearing a Dan Marino jersey.
But he's a Dan Marino guy.
I know. Look, I'm telling Jeff called him out because he was wearing a Dolphin jersey because he's called him a non-Packer fan. He's not wearing, Marino was a rival, I guess, which wasn't even the same conference.
Dom
But
wasn't even alive back then.
I know. But anyway, that's just what Jeff said.
Well,
I'm just,
Jeff, I will never show up wearing a Brett Favre jersey. I promise you. Or
Okay,
Dan Marino,
uh-oh.
So.
What
All
about
right.
a Viking Brett Favre jersey?
No, not even that. Come on.
he only shows up in the Matthew Stafford and Barry Sanders jerseys.
Stafford would be all right.
Would you
yeah.
wear a Stafford Rams jersey?
Ooh, that's a tough.
I would because those look cool.
And he won the Super Bowl his first year out of
Right.
Detroit. So yeah, I would.
Packer fans do not support other teams, says Jeff August. Well, I think he's supporting more
He's
the
supporting the
player than the
player.
team. But
You know what we need to do? We got to get Dom a Pitt Panthers Marino jersey just to not upset Jeff.
that's true. That's fair. Maybe you could take all your winnings from your bets and get that jersey for him.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Ricky. Hey, you're the only one that doesn't chase losses, so you
I-
have the most funds in your account
Yes.
compared to all of us, Ricky.
Let's see. Do
I'm
they even
just
sell
saying.
Pitt?
That is a cool
Yeah,
jersey.
those are signed.
We have Marino Pitt Panther helmets in the break room. I know we get that as well. Couple orders coming in here. Let's see. Jeff is in. Got in the Memorial Day double, putting that at 2 to go. Donnie the Hut is in as well. Got in that black and blue half and half. Chris Millard also in that Memorial Day. So,
Unsigned custom, $35. He could wear that.
yeah. Hey, that's his birthday present.
He's
September.
a huge Pitt College fan.
He
you know?
did tell me in t-shirts he's a medium.
Okay. Really? Okay,
Yeah,
good to know.
he said small, but usually the smalls are a little bit too tight, so he gets the medium, which I
Oh,
respect.
there you
Want a little
go.
bit of room. to
No,
breathe.
I'm the same way because I prefer to go
Me and you are definitely the same. way.
5XL instead of 4XL because I do fit in 4XL, but I like a little bit of extra room.
My boss in college I'd be like, yeah, I just like baggy shirts. And he goes, you're only like that because you're a bigger guy. If you lost weight, you'd like the tighter shirts. I'm like, no.
No, I was skinny years ago. I never liked the tighter shirts.
You think that's true?
No, not, I mean, maybe when I was 16, but not anymore.
2 to go in that Memorial Day, guys. Let me drop that link in. 2 to go in that double box break. Looks like we won't have to give out a gift card to Mr. Millard, which I told him, you get in there, Chris. You're good. Stephen Lenhart, excuse me. Stephen Lenhart. So 2 to go, Memorial Day double. Need a bake show or Viking lid, says Donnie the Hut. So he's in that half and half. Wants the Baker Mayfield ripped Speed Flex. Here's the bake show, which is very, very clean. And actually, you could also get 2 Viking lids in the north, Donnie. Jay Jettas, the best current receiver in the league, maybe. And then a guy I consider the best prime receiver ever, Randy Moss. I do have Rice, GOAT cumulative stats, but 1 game, 1 season, 1 receiver, Randy Moss is always my guy.
Can't believe I just fist pumped that, but okay.
What happened?
Cardinals tied the game.
There you go, Ricky.
Can't believe I just fist pumped at that, but
I like it.
like
Well, the
money.
camera wasn't even up, so you're good. 1 to go, guys. As Eric says, Memorial Day double is coming up. Otherwise, let's see. We're a little bit open. So I might refresh the break page and do a top-to-bottom rundown maybe after that Memorial Day break.
hold up, player.
So
You're about to go one-on-one with the Memorial Day break, player.
let's go. That's what I figured.
Just closed out.
Is
Chandler
that
Dunning.
Chandler?
Chandler Dunning.
Oh, my God,
In
Chandler.
the room?
Oh, my God. Are you a Friends guy, Ricky?
No. I'm
So you don't get my
all the way.
reference. Oh, my God,
So
Chandler.
I like the better show.
Respect. Wheel times 2, says Chris. By the way, I mentioned the basketball game earlier, and I was talking about Pacers up 9.
Knicks are back.
Tie game. It's the NBA. So you blink for a second and the game is tied. So wheel times 2, Chris. If he wins again, Ricky, we know that we're definitely his good luck charm. Definitely going to be the case if he wins again here. What's up, Chandler? Memorial Day's down to 11. Actually, I think the numbers might already be up in the picker wheel. Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like Colin's got the numbers up here. So, cool. I can pull up this number wheel here for Memorial Day. Your time will come. Hey, you got to keep that positive vibes. Your time will come. It is a 1 in 8 chance to win for every spot you buy. Obviously, Ricky, I wish we can give all our customers wins. But if everybody that bought a spot won, well, we'd be out of business. I'd be out of a job. And I'd be on the streets. So.
Jeff August asking, did you ask for numbers?
Oh, I didn't. My bad. I typed in there's 2 to go, so it's sold out, Ricky?
Yep.
Jeff is correct. I did not ask for numbers. Chris jumped the gun, so you got to wait till the host puts it in the chat. I just saw wheel times 2, and I realized I didn't ask for numbers either. So my apologies. It is first come, first serve once the host puts it in the chat here. Memorial Day double. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Jeff probably has numbers in mind, it sounds like.
And they're probably Packer numbers.
1 in 30.
1 in 30 is there. Yep.
The book ends.
Unless 1 or 30 are there.
So Jeff August, you'll learn, Alex, likes to call the lowest number and the highest number in the series.
Okay, good to know. Jeff, I'll try to remember that.
Jeff is ready, 1 in 30. So we'll get those off the board here for Memorial Day. Perfect. And then I'll get you guys randomized here, 9 clicks. These guys will be in the Chase Wheel Spin tonight. No doubt about that. So 9 times on the way here. Good luck, gentlemen. No ladies in this one. So just good luck, gentlemen, here for Memorial Day.
I thought Twitch was broke. No, you're good.
Twitch is good. Twitch is alive and well. All right, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, Chris Millard has the NFC North. Timothy Sievert in the NFC South. Jeff August, NFC East and NFC West. Stephen Lenhart, AFC North. Eric Linnell, AFC South. Stephen Lenhart, AFC East. And Chandler Dunning got the last spot in the break. And the last spot on our list here, AFC West.
1 in 30.
1 in 30, Alex. 1 and 30. Double the boxes, double the fun here.
Alex is like, this is the first time someone's been like so quick with the numbers.
I love them when they're quick with the numbers. It does help speed the show along and keep the fun going. So 1 and 30. First box and last box in the series.
Also, Kamen, you're a guy where you like it here because you like it when the customers choose their own number.
Yes, box number mojo, as I call it. I call it the Wheel of Death, Ricky. It's bad, that wheel. Unless your name is Josh Andres. Josh did pretty good with the wheel on Wednesday.
Remember our old guy, BC Brandon Combs, used to call it the Wheel of Prosperity.
Yep, I went the opposite. Very much the opposite of Brandon. He was in the chat last week. Seems like he's doing good. Yeah. I do see his Facebook posts, Mr. Combs. All right, box 1 coming up, guys. Box 1, the first box in the series. Nelly said, I am number 1. What do we got here? The very first box in our Memorial Day series. Well, turns out it's pretty good because we got the cloth bag. I see a visor. And I see something that very few guys here in the break room have in their PC. In fact, it's the first time I've ever seen this in the break room. A Bruce Smith Speedflex with the 200 sacks inscription.
Ooh, that's awesome.
200 career sacks, the most ever for Bruce Smith. Beautiful salute to service Speedflex. And Stephen Lenhart earlier was thinking about
Getting in.
Should I get in? Should I not get in? He got in with 2 spots. Spent a little bit over $500. The helmet is worth in the ballpark double that, give or take. Certainly more than $500. Certainly worth it. Bruce Smith Speed Flex, one of the top 5 defensive players ever. Most career sacks. That boy, Steven. You are flexing with the Bruce Smith. Very nice. Very, very nice. It is Bruce Smith on the Speed Flex, Ronnie. Very, very beautiful autograph. I mean, Josh Allen, who, by the way, is available in that vault, I think is on his way to becoming the greatest Bill of all time. Thurman Thomas was great. Jim Kelly was great. Obviously, Andre Reed. But in my opinion, if Allen retires today, the best Bill of all time is Bruce Smith.
Especially if he gets to a Super Bowl win.
Yeah. But right now, it's Bruce Smith. Like, I mean, he's got the most sacks ever. He's got to be the GOAT Bill. You're welcome, Ronnie says. Thanks, Kareem. You're welcome. You are very welcome. Do you want my sky hook, Ronnie? I got a good sky hook, man. Very, very good. Bruce Smith. We don't get him a lot in the break room either. I love it when we get some names that we don't see all that often. So congrats, Steven. Exactly. Look at the sack number. Guys you think of today aren't even close to his final. You're right, Jeff. We're talking about that earlier. I mentioned it when I was trying to sell the helmet earlier. In my opinion, this is a record that may never fall. Look at this. I'll pull it up right now. Reggie White, I think, is the only guy that's close. All-time career sacks right here. So 198 for Reggie White, 200 Bruce Smith. Next closest is Kevin Green or Deacon Jones for unofficial, 173.5 and 160.
Wow.
So that is in active players. A guy certainly on the way out soon. Von Miller,
I was going to ask.
the closest active player at 129.5. Cameron Jordan at 121.5, which he's probably doesn't have too many years left as well. Actually, all these guys here, Justin Houston, Chandler Jones, these guys are either retired or about to be retired here, the more newer guys. TJ Watt at 108, Myles Garrett at 102.5. You know, they're really good, but 200, that's a tough number to get to. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Nice job, Steven. Bruce Smith. Most unbreakable record in football history. What do you guys think? I know we're talking about Emmitt Smith, most rushing yards, most rushing touchdowns. We have Emmitt Smith on a speed flex in Memorial Day and black and blue. Peyton Manning, most MVPs. He's in this series, 5 MVPs. Jerry Rice, obviously most receiving yards. What do you guys think? Most unbreakable record in football history.
I'll let you go first.
I was going to say, let me just double check this first. Dickerson's single season record, right? I think that's going to be one of the hardest to touch, especially in today's day and age with football.
Saquon almost got there.
Really close.
Yeah.
But again, he got really close, right?
You think that's an anomaly, though, is what you're saying?
I mean, I think he's a phenomenal player. He might get close again, but reaching that 2,000 mark is quite a feat. Dickerson went how many yards over that? I don't know that that's going to get touched. You know, and if it is, it's going to be by Saquon or Derrick Henry, somebody ridiculous. And Henry's on his way out. You know. So.
We'll see.
I'm gonna say Devin Hester's punt returns for a touchdown career.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
They're
one.
they're always changing the game. Like they're always changing the rules for returns now, especially kick returns.
That's a good one, Ricky. That's a really good one. Well, how many punt returns specifically? We're talking about total returns.
Yeah, he has 14 punt returns all time.
And what's the second closest?
Second closest was Eric Metcalf with 10.
Yeah. So that'll be a tough one to top.
Let's see, is there a
Is Taylor in the break still? Taylor, Tay-Tay?
I know he's active, but he's not. I don't think he plays.
All right, one more coming up in Memorial Day, guys.
He's not touching 14.
The second box in the double.
Jamal Agnew is the next closest with 4 of that.
4, yeah. The game is different too, though, so that makes that one.
Tyreek Hill had 4.
Yeah,
But he doesn't even
doesn't return much anymore these days. All right, guys, the second box in Memorial Day. Good luck, folks. Already had one headliner in the first box. The second box, are we going for back-to-back headliners? We are going for back-to-back headliners.
NFC North hit.
You're going with what?
NFC North.
Well, Ricky, unfortunately, you're not correct.
I'm going with the hottest one.
But I'll tell you what.
I had to go. with
One
this one.
customer is very happy you're not correct. Now, this is arguably my favorite helmet of the night so far. The 5-time MVP. Bring him out. Peyton Manning on the ripped Cold Speed Flex with the blue visor. I'm going to call this the blue fire coming out. Eric Linnell, one spot. AFC South. How about it? Peyton Manning. The bookends, Jeff. You are right.
1, 2, 3, 4 from the AFC North.
I was
4
gonna
from
guess
the AFC
South with
North.
How hot they've been.
You mean
Not
AFC
the North, the
South,
South.
Ricky?
I'm so excited. I said North. not
Uh-huh.
South. But remember, guys, nothing comes out of the AFC South.
I love it.
Remember that.
Probably the best AFC South kid you can get.
Yeah.
Maybe the
South,
best
yeah.
regular season quarterback
I
of all
apologize for
time.
cutting you off.
The 5-time MVP, Peyton Manning. And that is awesome, Eric. Very, very cool. Worth your money and then some on the Manning Speed Flex. So, yeah, that was fun. Definitely recommend running back this Memorial Day series. It has been absolutely loaded, guys. Let's run it back. Yeah, baby. First Manning for me, says Eric. There we go. You never forget your first Manning, your first Brady, your first Mahomes, maybe your first Josh Allen in the break room. Still got J.A. in the vault. Some awesome lids. So very, very nice right there. Very nice indeed. All right, let's do a rundown here. I know the mini break is close, but we're a little bit open otherwise. So I'll reset the break page. Good old-fashioned top to bottom rundown here. So that Memorial Day is now down to 9 boxes left. We have a triple signed Speed Flex. The more autographs, the more value. How about 3 autographs on that Falcon Speed Flex? Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts. Robinson finished 3rd in rushing yards last year. London was top 5 in receiving yards. And Kyle Pitts, definitely a talented tight end on that retro Falcon Flex. That is an awesome lid. We do have the Jamar Chase Speed Flex with the triple crown inscription. Very, very nice salute to service, Jamar Chase. Receivers are very popular with kids. That is obviously worth a lot of money and growing for Jamar Chase. We have the Emmitt Smith Chrome Speed Flex. Again, the greatest Cowboy of all time. The only MVP for the Cowboys ever. Speaking of records, unbreakable, most rushing yards ever. Emmitt Smith. The one guy that could threaten him is Derrick Henry on the Camo Authentic with that beautiful visor. Antonio Gates, secondary headliner, 5-9 chance in the Memorial Day headliner. Diamonds, only one headliner off the board. That is TD. The other headliners are all left. That includes the Kurt Warner amp. I love the amp for the Rams. Very, very clean lid for the 2-time MVP. Bo Nix Speed Flex. One of the best young quarterbacks in the league with that beautiful orange visor. We got the 24 NFL MVP, JA17 on the slate. Very expensive lid, worth well over $1,000. Definitely get that MVP, Josh Allen. The Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. I want to see Saquon be healthy this year because when this guy is healthy, we're talking about an all-time running back, an all-time hit in the break room. I know Alex is itching for that Steve Young Speed Flex, the best lefty, also a 2-time MVP. 49ers, very, very popular team. 49ers are, you definitely want to get yourself a 49er item because there's so many people that will trade for these, buy these outright. One of the most popular fan bases, the Niners. We got Emmitt Smith helmet. It's gorgeous. Absolutely it is. So is the Justin Jefferson Winter Warrior. All the kids know Jay Jetta's hitting that gritty. We have the Baker Mayfield Chrome Speed Flex. This is very, very clean. The Creamsicle Chrome Speed Flex. Again, the Chrome helmets worth the most money. Awesome quarterback there. The Bake Show. And then we're calling it the Grape Speed Flex. King Derrick Henry with the King Henry inscription. Such a stunning helmet, guys. Still out there in the diamonds. We have Gates, Green, Brian Thomas, and Jim Kelly left. That is 13 headliners in 27 boxes. Almost a 50% chance at a headliner in the diamonds. You can double up Kurt Warner, Steve Young, one spot in that double box for the NFC West. You guys got options here. AFC South is hot. Marshall Faulk could come out. So get your spots, guys, in the diamonds. A vault break. Started off hot early, cooled off a little bit.
Did 3 fast.
Right? And we did not pull the best helmet yet. The Josh Allen Chrome Speed Flex, the two-tone, probably the best helmet in the break room, probably worth the most money right now with that red visor, the MVP quarterback. Kind of the perfect modern-day quarterback. He's got a cannon arm. He's a great athlete. He's strong. He's fast. He's tall. Like, you want to dream up a perfect quarterback, it's Josh Allen.
Well,
I mean, this guy's awesome.
I'll hit you with the question real quick because I was doing the math.
Yeah.
So him and Lamar, 7 years in the league.
Yeah.
Mahomes, 8 years in the league.
7 years starting, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Burrow, 5 years in the league. If you had to put your money on it right now, which one would you back to even tie Manning's 5 MVPs we've been talking about all night?
To me, it's actually Mahomes and Allen. I'll pick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Just because Lamar is terrific, but he's had more injuries.
Lamar and Mahomes are the only ones with 2.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it for people out there.
I would put Mahomes and Allen just because, first off, I think they're the 2 best quarterbacks in the league. All due respect to Lamar and Joe Burrow. They're both terrific, but I think Mahomes and Allen are A, better, B, more durable, C, less injury prone, and D, they play on better football teams overall. Joe Burrow's got the best receiver in Jamar Chase, but his defense is nowhere to be seen.
He's usually getting comeback player of the year award.
Yeah, you can't win an MVP if you don't win the division. It's kind of hard. I mean, maybe, but you got to make the playoffs. So awesome lid, Josh Allen right there. We have the LaDainian Tomlinson still in here on the slate. We have the Kurt Warner, another amp in this vault, a full-size rep amp. Bo Nix on a slate. Derrick Henry on that classic Raven lid. And then George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in football, also on the rave. 3 secondary headliners, which, by the way, Bill fans, double up with Josh Allen and James Cook. Yes. Terrell Suggs, by the way, Raven fans, double up T-Sizzle and Derrick Henry in the AFC North. And then Michael Vick, secondary headliner, still lurking in here. 14 boxes left, 9 total headliners left, a $300 and a $100 vault key. It's a 11 and 14 chance at a headliner or a vault key in this series. Practice squad. We have ourselves 5 headliners left. We got the Eli Manning Camo Mini, the 2-time Super Bowl champion, one of the clutchest quarterbacks in the big stage, Eli Manning. Edgerrin James on the Lunar Authentic, one of the best running backs of all time. Aiden Hutchinson, Ricky, and Alex are backing him for Depoy. Hard to argue against Hutch. The guy's a beast. And then secondary headliners, Sterling Sharp and Garrett Wilson here in the practice squad. Basketball break is still loaded. NBA playoffs in full swing. We're down to the conference finals. One note I did not mention about the basketball series earlier. Every live break spot purchased in this series is an entry into a top spot drawing. The winner of the top spot drawing will receive a $5 gift card for every 3-pointer made during the finals. I know that Rip calculated this, and based off last year's finals, it was like 118, which came out to something like $590 or something, and a gift card, which is pretty good if you ask me.
We better close this out before, because these series, they could be over before we know it.
I know. Especially out west. Speaking of guy out west, NBA champion Dirk Nowitzki, one of the most iconic runs, knocking off the Heatles, as I call them, back in the day. We have the Karl Malone, former MVP, one of the best scorers in basketball history, a Finals MVP, and Paul Pierce.
We got till next Thursday. Game 1 of the finals is next Thursday.
Yeah, this will go. Shaq jersey, 3-time Finals MVP. Shaq was the star. Kobe was the Robin on those Laker championship teams. Imagine Kobe Bryant as the Robin. That's how good Shaq was back then. Kevin Garnett, teammates with Pierce. Anything is possible on that sick Larry O'Brien custom replica trophy. We have the Allen Iverson Funko, one of the best pound-for-pound athletes of all time. The Steve Nash basketball, couple MVPs. His pace with the Suns back then helped change the game. We often talk about Jordan. We talk about Kobe, LeBron. We talk about Curry and the threes. We don't talk enough about the pace Steve Nash generated and what a game-changing player he is historically in basketball history. Damian Lillard, Dame time here. One of the clutch shooters. James Harden, former MVP. One of the best scorers and assisters in basketball. Then we got Tyler Hero, Tony Parker, secondary headliners. That's an 11 and 19 chance at a headliner in the basketball. Christopher James is pulling for the black and blue, which is down to 15 boxes left, Chris. 10 total headliners, 2 secondary, Marcus Allen, Eric Dickerson. And then headliners galore when it comes to speed flexes. Actually, Darrell Revis and Derrick Henry are authentics. The other 6 photoed headliners left are all speed flexes, all sick. The Urlacher flex, the Baker Mayfield custom creamsicle with the orange visor. We have one of the best double-up options, NFC North in that double. Get the Jay Jettas, maybe the best current receiver. Then some argue Randy Moss, the best receiver there's ever been on that beautiful flex. He's my number 2 behind Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. We still have the beautiful Russell Wilson flex as well. Here's that Danger Russ. Let's be completely honest about Russell Wilson. You want to get him on a Seahawk lid. That's where he's always going to be iconic. That is a Seahawk speed flex for Russell Wilson with the green ink. Very, very clean. So Vault and Diamonds went over these already. Practice Squad went over. Basketball went over. Jerseys, I think we're down to 6 jerseys left. Jamar Chase jersey. Might be 7, but Jamar Chase jersey still left.
Yeah, it's 7.
We got the Javon Curse secondary headliner in the jerseys. So, yep, Saquon headliner in the diamonds. We did pull the Saquon in the vault. And then we have a break that I know is going to break between now and the next hour, Ricky. The mini helmets. 2 spots to go. This break is definitely going down. We got the Montana. Beautiful, beautiful flat white Niner mini. The Eclipse Kurt Warner double-up guys in the NFC West. Montana and Warner. A lot of AFC North double-ups. Ray Lewis, Troy Polamalu, and how about that alternate Bengal mini Jamar Chase? We got the Roger Staubach for Cowboy Nation. Luke Kuechly on that beautiful Panther mini. One of the best linebackers ever. Jordy Nelson. I'm looking at you, Jeff August, the Packer Flash. Then Jordan Addison, Earl Campbell, and Michael Vick's secondary headliners. So we got 28 of you guys watching. Plenty of awesome options. Come and get your break spots, guys. A lot of these breaks that say 8, we got a couple of spots. They can go down to like 6. The breaks go pretty quickly. So who's going to start the party? Black and blue, diamond, vault. What would you guys like? We are guaranteed at the mini break, though. 2 to go. Let me drop that mini break. That one is definitely happening tonight. I will say this about the Memorial Day. It is the chase tonight. So you want to get a Memorial Day series, got to get it done before 9 o'clock.
So I will say this. I know that Alex has been sitting here on bated breath waiting for this parlay.
Oh,
That futures
your
parlay I had. Some of them are favorites, so like Dak Prescott, comeback player of the year.
Makes
Aiden
sense.
Hutchinson, not the favorite, but I think he'll get depoy. The rookies, Cam Ward, Abdul Carter. The big one though, Jaden Daniels MVP.
I think that's realistic, actually.
I love Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I do love him. He's awesome. Taylor was one at the last show. Which Taylor are you talking about? Hey. Taylor who?
Lawrence Taylor in the minis.
Yep, I didn't mention him. He is gone. So, yeah, when I go over my rundown, Taylor, or hey, I am going over what is left. So if I don't mention it, it means that it is not left.
We don't X things out on the graphic.
Yes, correct. So if you want to know what's left, just ask us in the chat. You know what bet would have been the smartest bet of the night tonight?
What?
PRA, points, rebounds, assists for Tyrese Halliburton. He's got at halftime, Ricky, which I'm guessing already has hit his PRA.
Yeah.
20 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, no turnovers, made all 4 of his free throws, 4 of 7 on threes, 6 of 12 from the floor. Tyrese Halliburton.
I'm hoping the no-brainer bet in baseball hits tonight. Stinger Tuesday. You get your boost on FanDuel. Got to use it on Aaron Judge to hit a home run.
Okay.
Or
Has he
Shohei
gone
at
deep
this
yet?
point.
Or Shohei.
Has he risen?
Shohei played earlier. He is not played yet. They're warming up. They're
Okay.
gonna tip off or
I got you.
pitch
Hit
off a
one
little bit.
yesterday, I think.
The only run they could score yesterday.
Yes.
Let's see. Dodgers did win. Let's see if Shohei went yard tonight.
He probably did. It's Otani.
I had
But
the, I had the
he's always a
Guardians.
safe bet for that.
I had the Guardians in my parlay. Let's see. Scoring.
What did you need?
I needed Guardians my one.
Oh, it doesn't look good, Ricky.
Yep, Shohei Homer, 20th of the year.
Yeah, right.
Good
Easy.
for my
Next
fantasy
Dinger
team.
Tuesday,
Easy.
that's what I'll be taking.
Easy.
Conforto also homered as well. He's been pretty well.
All right, guys.
Muncy.
The chat. What would you guys like to break tonight? Wheel spin coming up at 9 o'clock. Get your spots. Let's keep the party going here on a Monday night. Tuesday night, excuse me. Boy, on Memorial Day. I got my days mixed up. I said Monday night. It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Your Cardinals looking good, Ricky, up 7-4.
7-4. Yep.
My Stanley Cup champion pick not looking as good. Dallas Stars are down early, but they might come back down 1-0 in the hockey.
I'm just hoping for a scoring barrage from the Oilers because I have 3 of them in a parlay.
Ooh, okay,
Hyman,
good luck.
McDavid and Bouchard.
Hey, what's your first and last name? We don't. Your name says, hey, my name was on the 3 and 6 show. Do you have me on this one? Just checking. So if you have a name and an order number, that could help us out. Hey.
Ho ho.
Hey, ho. That's party. That Peyton is fire, says Stephen Remick.
Hip hip Jorge.
It is fire, Stephen, but I have something for you that you might like even better. So Stephen is a Cowboy fan, and we have the greatest Cowboy of all time, Emmitt Smith, on a Chrome Flex with 9 boxes left, Stephen, in that Memorial Day. By the way, 5 and 9 chance at a headliner. And we do have the Emmitt Smith in the black and blue as well on a Speed Flex, which is also terrific. That's actually Tomlinson. Here's the bow. Here's the Emmitt Smith on that gold Chrome Flex. And if you want to get in a break for a little bit less money, Steven, we got 2 spots to go in the mini. We do have the Roger Staubach in there. 1 spot to go now. The greatest Cowboy quarterback of all time. Troy Aikman, who? Roger the Dodger Staubach, baby. More efficient. Not as good of a passing era. Not as good of a team around them. The GOAT Cowboy quarterback for me, Roger Staubach. How about that? Ed Hendrickson. Hey, he wants to see if he's in this show.
Alex and I were looking at earlier. Apparently in Super Bowl, Staubach threw a dime
Right in the
to
guy's
Jackie
breadbasket.
Smith And he
Yes.
dropped it.
Popped
Yes.
right off his. I mean, right, in his,
Dom talks about that.
right in
I've
his
seen the
bread
play.
basket, man.
Uh-huh.
I'd retire after that drop.
Starbucks is
He
a
did.
beast.
That was the last year he played.
I can imagine it was.
The
Jackie
last
Smith made the Hall of Fame, though. So
Oh, really?
legend.
last break I got you in, Ed, is it was live break 3 for the In the Trenches minis.
And that was what time? The 3 p.m. show?
Yeah, that had to be because we're on 4 right now. Yeah, 3 happened in the 3 p.m. show. So I
And-
got nothing after that order.
Just to clarify, Ed, and this is for all the new people out there watching, by the way. By the way, real quick, for all the newbies, any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to ask. Here's the live break page link. This is where you buy your spots. Now, if you're in a break and the break happens, you're not put in the next break. So your break already happened, Ed. You want to get back in the breaks? You got to buy the spots. So the breaks you're ready to happen at 3 p.m. The 6 p.m. breaks are new, and you are not in anything actively, Ed. You got to buy back in. Your spot doesn't carry over to the next break.
And on my running break sheet, I don't have. Oh wait, never mind.
Ricky's got him.
He's in the
basketball.
basketball.
You are in the basketball, Ed.
My apologies. Ed.
It's for Edward.
Is that the single?
Yeah, he's in the double box for the
Double box for the basketball. So, Ed,
So his mini happened. That was the last order he placed.
but the
But he must
basketball
have
break is not
placed the
happening.
basketball earlier.
So basketball, Ed, it could happen tonight. If for some reason it does not happen tonight, that would happen tomorrow at 9 a.m. Doesn't happen at 9. Tomorrow at 12. Tomorrow at 3. And then tomorrow at 6. It's 9, 12, 3, and 6 Central Time every single day. You do have a basketball break left, though.
My
That
apologies
one has
on
not
that, Ed.
happened. Ricky does have you in the basketball.
Yep. Double box.
I know they did a basketball earlier today.
Yeah, and I told Colin, thank you for pulling the one item I wanted to see come out.
Uh-huh.
Maxie.
That was my favorite
That was
item in the
cool.
whole series.
That looked very cool.
It was.
My favorite basketball hit in the series, I am a sucker for the Laker purple and gold.
Okay.
I love Shaq. Shaq's my favorite hit in the series. And actually, my top 3 favorites are left in basketball because I love the licensed Mavericks jersey. Looks impeccable. And of course, how could you not love the Larry O'Brien trophy?
Yep.
Kevin Garnett. So that basketball is still loaded, guys.
By the way, still double up opportunities if you get the spot that is the Celtics. Or wait, never mind, not the Sixers. But
Well, the Celtics has a
the
double up
Celtics have the double up. The Sixers don't anymore.
because that's actually a Kevin Garnett Celtic championship.
Yep.
He did not win a championship with the T-Wolves. So Celtic fans double up with KG and Paul Pierce. You know, Ray Allen, Rondo were good as well, but obviously, arguably the 2 best players on that championship team for Boston. Has Doc Rivers sticking around the NBA, that championship, a big thing for him because he's been struggling since.
You could also get a so double up spots in that basketball, right?
Yeah, hit me.
So Lakers, you would need either a Laker or Warrior bonus banger. Sixers, because the Maxey and the Dominique Wilkins are gone, you need a bonus banger. Celtics,
We got 2
you can get it
Celtics.
there. But if a Nick comes out that we don't know about,
Mm-hmm.
Suns and Pistons, so that Steve Nash would have to be with a unlisted item.
Sure.
And how about this? Karl Malone license jersey and whatever Tony Parker is on.
Yeah.
You got the Jazz and the Spurs in that. You can get Tyler Hero and James Harden would be a Clipper.
Yep,
So it'd be-
Clippers
you
are
can
here.
get Dame Time and Dirk on the
That's
same,
pretty good.
same as well.
How about some good shooters? So the basketball's got some goodies, guys. Get your spots. The Diamonds, by the way, have everything left but Terrell Davis. All the headliners left but TD. The Vault, we're down to the last few boxes. Only 14 left. Again, 9 total headliners, 6 photoed. JA17, LT, Kurt Warner, Bo Nix, Derrick Henry, George Kittle. Memorial Day has 9 boxes left, 5 headliners left. Secondary gates, the Triple Sign Falcon, Jamar Chase, Emmitt Smith, Derrick Henry. And then, of course, the Vault series I mentioned already. Half and half still has a lot of flexes left. Half of these are speed flexes. Emmett Smith, Urlacher, Baker Mayfield, Randy Moss, Jay Jettas, and Russell Wilson loaded with flexes there. So it is 8:30, guys. Let me know what you guys want to do next. Let me know what you guys are thinking next. The mini break is definitely happening, Ricky, with us one to go there in the minis.
Kyle Snyder bringing us down to 1 to go.
That a boy, Kyle. Pacers up 12 now, Ricky, which, again, does not mean a lot in the NBA, but they are up 12. Alex, I'll ask you this. Kind of first impressions watching Ricky over there taking in the whole show. How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling great, man. I think it's the best I've felt since I've been here so far.
There you
I'm
go.
only 3 days in, so
Sure.
I'm still a newbie, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm no pro, and I'm sure I'll have a lot more questions, and Ricky will definitely have to repeat things for me.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is, can you come in every Tuesday?
I,
This whole not getting up thing is
you know what?
great.
School's gonna be out
Yeah.
soon. Yes.
Well, he'll be here next Tuesday, Ricky.
Yes.
Good.
if-
This whole not getting up thing is
Now,
beautiful.
if Chris Millard commits
That's
to
what down
buying,
feels like.
if Chris commits to buying Crazy Tuesdays, we could bring in Alex in the future
Yep.
because
I think I'm your good luck charm. Chris.
Yeah. Alex will be, on air as well as associate producer runner for us. So he'll be working with us Thursdays and Fridays. I think mostly maybe Sundays. We'll see what happens. But if it's a busy enough show on a Tuesday, we can always use the help, Ricky. Chris got to bring his money.
And I'm
Bring
sure,
your money, Chris.
I'm sure, being a former teacher myself, you'd rather be here than be doing summer school.
100%.
Yeah, summer school. What?
I remember the teachers that were like, I really don't want to teach
That's
summer
why I was
school,
so
but I need
persistent
the
reaching out to Kamen. You know,
I
didn't
really
want to do
need that
summer
extra
school again.
money.
Melissa's like, I got an email from Alex again, comment. I'm like, okay, I got it. Thank you. And I'm like, I like this Alex guy. He's persistent.
See that, guys? Persistence pays off.
It does pay off. Persistence pays off. Just like getting break spots pays off. Be persistent in what you want to break. Ricky, you alluded to this earlier.
Yep.
If you guys put it out there in the chat, what you want to break, others might see it. They say, I want to break that too.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, we are off and running here with the breaks tonight. Off and running. Mini break will definitely happen. One spot to go. Otherwise, we are mostly open on the break page. Definitely want to break more boxes. My question to you guys is, what would you guys like to tag team? What do you guys want to break after the mini?
I want to see the vault go.
Yeah? The Josh Allen, come on.
Yep.
Josh Allen Speed Flex. JA17, man. It's an awesome lid. And I'll be honest with you, usually, lately at least, I could be, maybe depending on what day I'm in here, but I feel like the Josh Allen Flex has been blue a lot lately. This is the red Speed Flex. And I kind of like what I'm seeing, man. I kind of like that red Speed Flex with the silver tone on the bottom. Very, very clean Buffalo Bill JA17. I don't think he's done winning MVPs personally. I do, that's what's crazy because, you were talking about the four big quarterbacks, but him and Mahomes every year, unless they're resting the last week in Mahomes' case, they play every game.
Yep.
And this guy never has a bad game. He always will have some sort of impact on the game, even if he's got a couple of turnovers. He'll always make the big plays. And we saw him this net last year, a lot like Mahomes when Tyreek Hill left. He became a better quarterback without Stephon Diggs.
Oh, 100%.
Because Diggs was the guy you would always key in on.
Well,
And Diggs was incredible. Obviously, now Diggs is getting older, so, on the back end of his career. But
He's
it kind
New
of,
England's problem.
yeah, it kind of forced Josh Allen to have to find guys more. Who's the open guy? I don't have a guy that's always open. So Khalil Shakir, his number one receiver this last year, all due respect to Khalil Shakir. If that's your number one receiver, you win the division, you win the MVP, and you get a 2 seed in the AFC. That is why Josh Allen's the MVP. Lamar, Joe Burrow, marginally better stats. Those guys had better receivers, better teams, but did not have a better record than Josh Allen. He was the most valuable player, and that is the most valuable helmet, guys. Want to see that one tonight.
Did you guys see the Bills schedule release video, by the way?
Isn't that the one with Allen Iverson?
Where it's basically like they just asked Josh Allen, hey, we need an idea for the schedule release video. What should we do? I just use AI. And their GM's like, well, that's the only AI I know.
That's clever. Are you a Parks and Rec fan?
Yeah, of course.
You guys are Parks and Rec fans?
So
Yeah.
I have not watched it all the way through.
Oh,
Not all the way through, but I've watched several
I have
episodes.
a
I've watched it all the way
hot
through.
take about Parks and Rec.
Oh, here we go.
Right?
Is it bad? Because if
No.
not,
So it's
should I mute the mic? No, I'm
Everything
just
I've
kidding.
seen from Parks and Rec has been good. But can a show be great because my buddy was like, oh, Parks and Rec, it's so great. But you just got to get through the first season. Can a show be great, but you still have to get through that first season?
And I think the first season is good.
I'm like, should I
just
skip
gets
it? And he
better.
goes, no, don't skip it. You just gotta get through it.
It improves a lot in season 2. I still think season 1 is good. But I was going to give you the Josh Allen Parks and Rec story.
Mm-hmm.
So he dressed up as Andy Dwyer in a pit and actually met workers working in a pit. And I'm saying, can you imagine you're working in a pit and Josh Allen comes in full Andy Dwyer costume? That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. Speaks to what a personable guy Josh Allen is.
Absolutely. I got to see him play live this year, Kamen.
You did say that.
Yep, at Ford Field. And the Lions ended up losing, so I was bummed about that. But he stole that game. I mean, it felt like every drive, it was just like, please get a stop. Please get a stop. And he's that guy. He is that guy, and he's very exciting to watch. So
beautiful, beautiful Josh Allen speed flex in the break room. He is that dude, as Alex is saying. Yeah, it's like one of those guys, too. I've actually never seen him in person yet. I do have him on my to-watch list because I've actually seen Mahomes and Lamar in person, and as good as advertised for both.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of the zip of the football. He's the perfect guy for that stadium in Buffalo because oftentimes in the playoffs, you think to yourself, well, you don't want to throw the ball. You don't want to have, the wind is too strong. Josh Allen, his normal ball through the wind, it's like nothing for that guy because it's that strong of an arm. And I want him to bring back that passing, distance thing. And I want to see Mahomes and Allen do a throw off. And yes, I know that Joe Milton and Anthony Richardson might beat them both. I know that.
But Josh Allen is definitely up there, man.
Uh-huh.
His arm strength is terrific.
Who wants to break a Memorial Day or a black and blue, says Christopher James. I do, Chris. I do. Do I count? Does that count? We can't enter the breaks. Unfortunately, Alex, that's one of the rules. Stephen Ryan tried to enter a break once.
I know.
When he first started.
I really wanted to jump in
Did
for
he
that St.
really?
Brown
He did.
the other night.
Stephen Ryan was in a break his first week.
Yeah.
And they made him tell him no.
box?
I don't think he called the box number, but he was in a break. Give him crap for it, Ricky.
I just don't I would just assume that would be muddying the waters. I don't
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Steven was in a break. He did not win. So we did not get accused of any negativity.
Oh.
So
If I could get in, I'd definitely get in for that Steve Young in the Diamonds.
yeah, dude, you love Steve Young.
I do.
So, guys, if you don't know, Alex is the talking head in the background.
Yes.
You were a quarterback for high school and college football.
Yes.
So, as someone who's played the position, I've never played it except for on a very rare occasion in pickup football. Who are your quarterback inspirations?
Steve Young for sure. I mean, he was like one of the first scrambling, but also great passers that I can remember, and he just kind of set that precedent for me. Peyton Manning, I have to say, we talked about him as being up there in the top 4 QBs, but in terms of mechanics, footwork, and how to play quarterback this day and age, him and Dan Marino kind of set that precedent. And Manning took it to a whole nother level, but definitely those two for sure. And Stafford, dude, we talked about this before, Common. Stafford will always be somebody that I admire. When he
They
played
love
for the
him in
Lions, of
Detroit,
course, yeah.
rightfully so. Matthew Stafford, iconic, absolutely iconic. So some awesome quarterbacks that we could get in the break room. The Steve Young, which Alex mentioned, the Kurt Warner, also a former MVP quarterback. Josh Allen, by the way, in the Diamonds and the Vault. I love the inscription, 24 NFL MVP.
Yes.
I love that we can get that now for Josh Allen. That means you guys know this helmet is extremely recent.
Yeah.
Obviously, JA17 on that Slate Speed Flex.
Now, I have a question because we saw an inscription this weekend.
What's that?
Antonio Gates is going into the hall, but the ceremony doesn't happen until this preseason, right?
But he's inducted in the class.
My question
So we can
was,
still sign
are you
Hall of Fame.
okay with them
Yeah.
signing it until the ceremony?
He's Hall of Fame 25.
He's official. They
I'm
officially
good with
announced,
it.
yeah.
I'm just, there's some people that might be sticklers like, hey, you're not officially in yet. The ceremony
Until he
hasn't
walks
happened.
across that stage.
Yeah, I even graduated until I walked across the stage. That's what I was always told.
I'm not that much of a stickler personally, Ricky. Not that much of a stickler. Antonio Gates, you want to sign Hall of Fame 25? In fact, I'll give you a better question. Give you a better question than that.
Okay.
How would you feel about, we know Tom Brady's the first ballot. I don't know what year he's eligible, but
2028.
2028? How would you feel about Brady signing Hall of Fame 28 now? That's the better
that'd be
question,
calling
Ricky.
your shot.
Yeah, but he's going to be a first ballot.
He's going in.
That'd be
So,
all-time.
I think
That-
there's one guy that could put that without being in the Hall of Fame.
yes,
it's
it'd be
probably
him.
Yes.
It'd be him. Hall of Fame
It would
28.
probably be bad for optics, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, come on. Who's not going to let him in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
I could
That's
just
going to
then see
be.
the voters going, you know what? You think you're better than us? No.
Yeah, no, but he is better than you. Sorry. Sorry, TB12. One spot to go in that mini break, guys. Who's going to get the close of magic?
Been sitting at 1 to go for
I
the last
know.
21 minutes.
That is very, very weird, guys. Speaking of MVPs, we're talking about Brady. We're talking about Mahomes. There's only 3 guys in the history of the National Football League with at least 3 Super Bowl MVPs and at least 2 league MVPs. It's actually Montana, Mahomes, and Brady. That's the list. Because Manning only got 1 Super Bowl MVP because Von Miller got one of them.
Yep.
So only 3 guys ever.
Von Miller got the one when.
The Bronco Manning Super Bowl win.
What team that's going to make the Super Bowl this year?
The Panthers.
Thank you.
You know who would have won MVP had the Panthers won?
No.
Coney Ely from Mizzou.
Oh, okay.
Look up the stats from that
Yeah.
game. Coney Ely had like 3 sacks and like a pick and a fumble recovery that he forced as well.
I forgot about
It was
him.
like the statistical greatest game ever by a defensive guy in Super Bowl history, but he didn't get the MVP because his team lost. Shout out to Coney Ely, MIC baby. Always looking for ways to hype up my Tigers. You know me, Ricky. I'm a big Mizzou guy. I'm not shy about my Mizzou pride. So Joe Montana though, flat white mini as low as $50. Get the NFC West. Double up with Kurt Warner as well, who, by the way, #1 all time in playoff passing yards per game. You guys, AFC North is loaded, and I do mean loaded with double up options. Jamar Chase, Ray Lewis, Troy Polamalu, 1 spot, 3 AFC North headliners. That is a awesome spot to be, man. The AFC North. I'll ask you this, Alex. Curious to get your take on it because I know where Ricky stands. We got Jamar Chase in the minis. We do have Jamar Chase in Memorial Day as well. Then we have Justin Jefferson on the Winter Warrior and the Diamonds. And, of course, Jay Jettas on the Chrome Speed Flex in that half and half. My question to you, you can only take 1 receiver. Who's the best in the league? Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase? And I'll preface this by saying, in my opinion, there's no wrong answer. Because they're both so good.
In my opinion, there's no wrong answer.
But Ricky, of course, has a different opinion.
Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, is is the greatest, right? Currently.
Yes.
Just currently. Jamar Chase is scary as well, but when Justin Jefferson plays the Lions, I'm constantly like, how are we gonna cover this guy? They shut him down last season, but that was one season.
Yeah.
He made a catch, I believe it was 2 seasons ago against the Lions when somebody threw it was whoever their third string quarterback was 2 seasons ago.
Nick Mullins?
Nick Mullins, right? Threw him just a duck over the middle of the field, and he was triple covered. And that catch that he made, at that point, I'm like, this guy's probably the greatest receiver in the league. You know, when you're triple covered and you can go up over those guys and snag it out of the air, that's a dangerous thing.
Well, he did that against the Bills too, in that like 4th and 18 play. I think like 3 years ago with Cousins. Here's that Jetta's
He's always
chrome
open.
flex of the half and half. I also agree, by the way. So Jamar Chase had the Triple Crown last year, but Jay Jettas does have the most receiving yards per game of all time. For me, Chase, put up marginally better numbers last year, but Joe Burrow,
Is a
top
huge
4
factor.
quarterback in the game.
100%.
Sam Darnold, Nick Mullins,
Kirk Cousins. Doesn't matter who's getting by.
Josh Dobbs. It'll be McCarthy this year. The most telling quote of last year. You guys have heard me say this a lot, but it was one of my favorite quotes of the football season. They asked Doug Peterson, why was Sam Darnold so much better this year? And his response, 2 words, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
That's all he
Hands
said.
down.
And people
Well,
are like,
he also didn't see ghosts until the end of the year.
yeah, whoa, bad timing, Ricky. I'm sorry.
I mean, watch American Underdog. 1, 2, 3, throw. Yeah, how hard
It's
is
a
it?
great movie.
How hard is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, it was a little bit harder in the playoffs. So we're on the same page. Jetta's #1 receiver in the league then.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase
You know ball.
and our own Mike Martis. You haven't met Mike Martis, but I think, have you met Mike Martis yet, Alex?
I don't think so.
You and him are the fellow bald-headed crew. So
Okay,
you guys
I like
would,
that. Then I've definitely
you guys
seen
would
him.
get along.
I've definitely caught. Yeah.
So he's
caught my eye.
he's a
Bengal
huge Bengal fan.
Okay.
So he will probably fight for Jamar Chase. In fact, I know he will because
He's just wrong.
I was there for one of his job interviews and I asked him that question. He said, Jamar Chase, of course. Which,
Oh, man.
to be fair, those guys are both so good. If you're a Bengal fan and you don't say Jamar Chase, like, I'm not looking at you weird if you say he's the best receiver.
No.
Like,
not
it's
at
a fair take. The guy's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you looking up at that team in college?
You know
Chase
what I'm
and
doing.
Jefferson,
Well,
that greatest offensive college team ever with Joe Burrow as the quarterback. Now,
not-
Chase was better in college. He was statistically better, but maybe it has to do with the chemistry with Burrow. And, of course, Chase was a bigger prospect.
Well,
Jay Jetta's more up and
It's
coming.
a reel I saw where it's yes, LSU lost the game 29-0.
But look at this
But
roster.
Alabama LSU, you had Tua, Joe Burrow, Clyde Edwards.
It wasn't that year, though, Ricky. You're looking at the year before.
Well, this had
Justin Jefferson.
Well, they were together
Oh,
for a
you're
couple of
right.
years. But the year that they won the Natty undefeated,
yeah, this was.
so you're
the
probably
one
looking
about
at the year
Chase.
before that.
But just so many NFL ready players on both of those squads.
Look at the game the next year. It was like a shootout where I think LSU won a close game, and it was same deal. Like, I think it was on the field. We had, Chase and Jefferson, but I think Bama that year had probably the year before you want to look, actually, Ricky, maybe.
That's what I was doing. Like 2017. Was it 2019?
No, the LSU team was, I thought it was 2018.
Let me see.
I know they won on that game, 46-41. I remember watching that game, and it was electric. I think it was like...
Still, the name Burrow, Tua, like Edwards Hilaire was there, Najee Harris and Brian
Is
Thomas.
this when
Brian
Jameson
Robinson
Williams
Jr.?
tore his ACL? Was this the game he tore his ACL?
I think so.
Or was that in the Georgia game years later? I can't
No,
remember.
that was the Georgia game. You're
Okay.
thinking about the national championship,
Yes,
J-Mo.
yeah.
That one was later. But yeah, a lot of good football players on the field.
Chase, Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy's, Henry Ruggs.
Don't talk about him.
Jalen Waddle was on that team.
Jalen
Devontae
Waddle was a
Smith.
young buck on that team.
Devontae Smith's on that team. Yeah, that's quite a roster. And LSU still beat him.
40. I think that was
Pat-
in Bama.
Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen, great defensive star. So, yeah, that has to be the best offense ever assembled. I know we talk about the 0-1 Miami Hurricane team, with all the great defensive players. But then you look at the LSU team and you look at Joe Burrow versus Ken Dorsey. There is a little bit of a difference in talent at the quarterback spot, which that spot does matter quite a bit if you ask me. So
Absolutely.
there was some rumors of Chase and Jettas teaming up, but ultimately, they both got their contracts and are staying put in their respective homes.
Yeah, I mean, well, if that answer wasn't Chase coming to Minnesota, then
It was actually the opposite rumor.
I mean, why would I?
That would
Don't
be
mean anything
dangerous.
bad against Mike, but I do have a buddy who's a Bengal fan, and Bengals might have the worst owner in the NFL.
Mike just texted me that he's angry with you, Ricky.
I'm sorry, their owner just doesn't want to see winning football.
Well, they haven't won ever, actually, the Bengals. The Super Bowl, at least. Haven't won ever. So, guys, it is 8:50. We're doing that wheel spin at 9 o'clock. If the breaks heat up, we'll keep going until 9:30, 10, 11. I'm going to give them to at least 9:15 no matter what. 9:15 at the absolute earliest. Keep in mind, I personally like to go to at least 9:30. But it has been pretty busy till 8 o'clock. Post 8 o'clock, only one order so far. Now, we are going to have that mini break. That is coming up, the mini double. Thank you, Mark McAdams, for the close. So we'll do the mini double. We'll do the wheel spin at 9 o'clock. We'll go to at least 9:15. If there's orders moving, we'll keep on rolling. If not, 9:15 is the absolute earliest we can go tonight. That is, what is that? 24 minutes from now, Ricky. So you guys got 24 minutes to get those breaks moving. Here's what I would recommend. I said this earlier. It's not about being 8 to go. It's about how close are we to 4. You got a couple spots in a break right now if you're thinking about it. Others follow you. We break a box. What's the absolute worst case that can happen? You buy a couple spots, Ricky, and you happen to be set up for the 9 a.m. show tomorrow. You do not have to be present to win. So I recommend getting those spots tonight. Mini
Also,
double.
Do you got the Manning box next to you?
I do. I shall give it to you. That is the hit of the show, by the way. Mr. Peyton Manning.
For right now.
For right now.
Could always catch fire.
Josh Allen, maybe.
Maybe.
Chrome Flex in the vault. Mini double, go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers, guys. I do not want, let me say this again. I do not want this to be the last break of the night. I want to keep going. I am looking at 6s, 7s, and 8s across the board, though. So nothing is at 5 or less. So unless we get the orders moving here in the next 20 minutes or so, this is possibly the last break of the night. But that is not my desire. I would like to keep breaking. Otherwise, I wonder what will be for food. A little tradition every week.
Taco Bell.
No, not today, as I'm saying. So my fiance's mom visits us once a week on weekdays and cooks for us. Super nice of her.
Okay.
She usually comes on Thursday, but last night I slept over at my mom's house after Memorial Day because I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, and I keep my Naperville doctor instead of Tinley, so I didn't want to drive. I'm not a morning guy, so I slept over at mom's house last night. Fiance had work, so the mom came over today to watch Henry because we don't want him staying alone too often. So she's cooking for us tonight. So I have a surprise meal tonight, Ricky.
You don't know
when
what
I get
it's
home.
going to be?
I don't know. Usually she asks me, but she didn't ask me this time. So I can't wait to see what it is.
What do you hope it is?
Spaghetti.
I
She
knew-
makes the
I
best
knew you were
spaghetti
gonna say
ever.
pastas.
She makes the best spaghetti ever.
Are you a big pasta guy?
Yes.
Me.
You don't like pasta?
I am not a huge pasta guy. I'll
Ricky.
eat meatballs, but without
Ricky. All right,
pasta. Protein, baby.
I'm going to spin the wheel here. I'm going to spin the wheel. We did not have any box numbers coming in. 23 for the mini, 23, which I think 22 is the closest. What's up, Angie? Angie did call him a little bit late. They did start spinning. Sorry, Ange. Once the wheel is up, box numbers are final. Obviously, Ricky, if we change the numbers and a headliner comes out, it could change the result of the break. So the wheel is up. I'm going to stick with the wheel, Angie was just a wee bit late. So 22 and how about 21? Boy, they like those numbers. 21, I think, is left. LOL, no worries, says Angie. How are you, Angie? By the way, guys, first and foremost, let me know what you want to break the rest of the night. But secondly, I hope you had a great Memorial Day. How was everyone's Memorial Day in the break room? Did you have a good Memorial Day, Ricky?
I went and saw
Memorial
Lilo and
Day.
Stitch.
Oh, how was it?
I surprisingly didn't have a problem with it, but then I learned to. Came on to learn that apparently the internet hates it,
Oh,
which I was like, I see where you're coming from, but
I'm the guy that hates what the internet says. I also am not a harsh critic, so I bet I would like it.
I just feel like, for example, this isn't a spoiler. One of the ones I watched, the guy's like, the beginning of the film was edited poorly. It's like every 5 seconds there's a change. It's like, well, I see where you're coming from. It did feel fast paced at the beginning, but I didn't think that was a bad thing. Like,
You're
it wasn't
supposed
the
to
worst.
enjoy the movie
Everyone's
theater.
just a critic now,
Just enjoy it.
especially online. Everybody's a critic.
Angie's got the NFC North, NFC South. Kyle's doing the NFC East. Eric, NFC West. It's General Custer, Aaron Custer in the AFC North. Eric Zaffer in AFC South. Mark McAdams, AFC East, and Eric, AFC West. Let's break some boxes.
Let's do it.
Doing great here. Thanks. Hoping things are wonderful for you. They are, Angie. Things are going good.
I was
General
going to say,
Custer.
he's a northern
There's
guy,
a
right?
Fort Custer in Battle Creek, Michigan, to be.
So I'm assuming he's a
exact.
northern guy, right?
Okay. Did I mix it up?
No.
No.
I
you have it
defer
right.
to the teachers when it comes to the
No,
history
no. My
references.
first thought was, I'm not a history guy. My first
Oh,
thought
I am a
was,
history guy.
Is that a Confederate guy? Is it
No, he's
Oh.
definitely a northerner.
Oh, thank God.
A Union
That's what
soldier.
I was thinking. I was like,
Hashtag not a racist. I'm just kidding. Confederates, unions. Yeah. let me stop talking while I'm ahead. Let me stop talking while I'm ahead. We got ourselves an awesome lid coming up. One of the best offensive linemen of all time. It's Walter Jones on the Seahawk mini right there. Eric Linnell, NFC West. That away on that Walter Jones.
very solid.
Hey, Aaron Custer's from Detroit. Right up your alley, Alex.
That's what's up.
Walter Jones mini.
So you know about Fort Custer then, Aaron? I'm not full of it. That's a real place.
Okay, there you go. So Lions, we have Aiden Hutchinson in the practice squad, my man, and not currently in the break room, but Barry Sanders, Amon-Ra St. Brown, break room regulars here. You stay tuned. You watch the show enough, Aaron. You'll see a lot of Amon-Ra and a lot of Barry Sanders. He says absolutely. Walter Jones, by the way, a 9-time Pro Bowler, part of the Hall of Fame All-2000s team, 4-time All-Pro. Nice hit, Eric, on the Walter Jones mini. And then we do have that wheel spin coming up next.
I will have a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
Before the wheel spin. After this break, but before the wheel spin.
Let me guess, you're going to ask me, do you want to have 8 names or them times 2,
No.
16?
No.
Okay. There was one break, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm okay with either, or whatever. But, all right. Son got it. Best running back ever, says Aaron.
Dom got mad at me on Saturday for something like that.
Uh-oh.
We had 2 boxes left in that vault. And he's like, I'm going to make it if you close it out. We'll do a new chase. And I was like, if they close it out in the next half hour, why not do a double? And he's like, he just gave me a look like, we'll do a double wheel spin. If you close it
Oh,
out.
I'm not doing a double wheel spin. Sorry, Ricky.
And that was not the question I was going to ask you.
I do a double wheel spin if they earn it. We did one break in that.
Yep.
Now, if they close it out in the next 2 minutes, I'll do a double wheel spin.
Do not worry. That was not the question.
All right. Just for you, Ricky. Just for you, buddy.
Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison, secondary headliner. Terrific number 2, one of the best Robins in the NFL. He was top 10 in receiving touchdowns a couple years ago. It's Angie Nielsen, the Queen of the North. 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 Congrats, Angie. Jordan Addison.
Speaking of the Queen of the North, I forgot to ask you this. Last of Us season finale, huh?
Oh.
I was thinking about. I don't know what happened. I saw it ended, and I told you I was going to wait
Stressful.
until the end.
Stressful.
Can't wait to talk to you about it off air because I want to know
Stressful.
if they did what was in the game.
Yes, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I've still been crying for weeks on
Good?
end.
Was it? Did you like it or not like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It's just heartbreaking. That show, every episode, somebody you love dies. It's worse than Game of Thrones when it comes to deaths.
Is it worse than Game of Thrones?
Yes,
It's a
for
worse.
deaths.
It's a worse show than Game of Thrones.
It's worse at how the deaths hit you. It's every episode.
Were you a Last of Us guy?
I watched a couple of episodes of the first
So you
season,
never
but
played the games?
never. No.
Alex is you
Play
gotta.
it.
Alex is like, I watched a couple episodes of this show, of that show.
If you haven't,
You gotta finish,
if
man.
you're out there and you haven't played the first game, play the first game. It's one of my top 5 games of all time.
It becomes
Maybe
more
my favorite
difficult
game of all
once
time.
those toddlers are running around to
Yes.
finish anything.
Yes.
I watch a lot of Bluey. If you guys are fans of Bluey. The
Yeah,
show Bluey. Oh
I
my
watched
God.
Bluey.
Oh my-
You know why?
it's-
Because my dog likes it. I
Oh,
put
of
it on
course.
for him in the background.
Yeah.
He
Bluey,
watches
Bingo.
Messi watches Bluey.
Apparently, Bluey is just as much for the adults as it is for the kids.
Oh man,
I
the
hear.
It's
dad.
good.
The dad's
The
great.
dad is awesome. That's my
hilarious.
favorite.
I always see a reel about someone who's my age saying they cried at Bluey.
Oh, Bluey's great.
Wait, hold on. Hold the phone, Bradley. First off, real quick, side tangent. I like to not go off too many tangents, but this one I have to go off of. My number one issue with modern TV, Ricky, you'll like this take. Takes 2 years for seasons now instead
Are
of
they
one.
doing a season 3?
Yes, season 3 is confirmed, but I did not know
But
this.
there's no third.
Well, no, they're splitting into 2. So, and actually, there's rumors about possibly season 4 as well.
There's
But
no third game.
But
is what I'm
I did
saying.
not know this. He says no season 3 until at least 2027. I need it now. So I agree with you 100%, Bradley. I would love to see it now. But so they already have the source material, and it's going to be 7 episodes, and we got to wait 2 years.
What's it? What's the source material?
The game.
Are they doing the DLCs that they did? Because there's no third game.
No, they're splitting
were
the
go-
second game in 2.
Okay.
That's what they're doing. So that was the first half of
okay.
the second game, is what they showed.
This finale did not end at the end of the second game.
Correct. Although, Ricky, the way the whole second game ended, they already put the scene in. So they put it out of place for how it ended in the game. They already showed the scene.
I can't stand Neil Druckmann and his team, and
Ricky's a hater.
the
You'll learn.
play the first game. That's all you need to do.
It's a great show. Watch the whole show.
Play the
anyways.
first
You're
game.
making me want
The
to get
first
my
game-
PS5 back.
The first game is a masterpiece.
Well, let's do that wheel spin.
Before we do, how many boxes?
Oh,
That was the question.
not as many today. 13?
12.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. I always guess how many boxes we did. And believe it or not, I've had it where we've had 74 boxes.
And you've guessed
And I've had 74.
Man.
And I guessed the best with Ricky.
He's usually within.
What did you
like,
guess
2
tonight?
or 3.
I was
13.
off 1. I had 13.
That's
It was
still
12.
good. That's
Pretty good.
Within one.
Pretty good. Maybe I want to get one more done before we go, and I'm foreshadowing, but we'll see. Chase Wheelspin coming up. Timothy down to Chandler. I'll do a quick final top to bottom rundown after this. We'll do our head of the show discussion. All that should be done in the next 12 minutes. You guys have until 9:15 to keep the orders moving. Otherwise, we'll hop off here at 9:15 Central Time. So 9 clicks, 7, 8, 9th and final click. It is Steven Lenhart, the top spot. Steven, let me know what number you want to start on, sir. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. Whatever this wheel lands on, that is how much money you are getting in an Ultimate Autographs gift card, Steven Lenhart. One thing you'll learn about me, Ricky, I am not a harsh critic when it comes to TV shows. I just want to enjoy the show. I have my favorites. I'm not saying I have no criticisms.
I am more a stickler on staying not 100% true, but staying true to the source material.
I love when they deviate.
No.
Because then it's a surprise.
No, it's
I'm a deviator. So, Steven, let me know if you're out there, sir. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. Oh.
That's what I
My
like
phone
about
pulled up.
Lilo and Stitch. They didn't deviate from the source material.
Did you know Lilo and Stitch apparently is extremely popular in Bulgaria?
Really?
They have it on every corner. Like the toy is like the most popular
Really?
kids toy in
Out
Bulgaria.
of all Disney
So when I
movies.
went to Bulgaria, they have Lilo and Stitch stuff everywhere. The backpacks are in the stores. It is like the #1 popular thing in Bulgaria for kids.
That's funny. That's
So,
cool. Good
yeah.
to know. Fun fact.
Spin on one. Good luck, Steven. Big money, Lenhart. Not so big money, Lenhart. $7. May it be a lucky 7. Congrats, Steven. 7 more than $0.
It is on the way.
On the way, says Ricky. So a quick top to bottom rundown. Guys, we got like 3 or 4 spots taken, 3 or 4 orders coming in. I will gladly extend the night till at least 9:30. Got to get at least a couple orders, though, to do that. So we have this Memorial Day series.
You got that Jordan Addison?
Yes, I do have the Jordan Addison, Ricky. You can't keep it, though.
No.
It's just temporary going in your hand.
Angie can have it. I don't want to take it away from her.
It's easy, Angie. All right, triple sign Falcon Speed Flex. London, Robinson, and Pitts. I cannot wait to see Michael Penix with those 3. That's going to be a lot of fun. Jamar Chase Speed Flex with the Triple Crown inscription. The Emmitt Smith Chrome Flex. That is such an incredible lid. NFL's all-time leading rusher. We got Derrick Henry on that camo. Gates secondary headliner. 5 and 9 chance in the Memorial Day. Diamond helmets. We got ourselves 27 boxes left. 13 total headliners. All the photo headliners left, except for Terrell Davis, including these beautiful chromes. The Baker Mayfield, the King Henry on that grape flex. That is sick. The vault has 9 headliners in the final 14 boxes. 3 secondary, Terrell Suggs, James Cook, and Michael Vick. We got the JA-17 flex, LT, Kurt Warner, Bo Nix, Derrick Henry, George Kittle, and this beautiful, beautiful speed flex, Josh Allen on the chrome. Now, we got ourselves still lurking the practice squad. We got the Hutch authentic, Eli Mini, Edrin James authentic. The basketball is loaded. Karl Malone, Dirk, Paul Pierce, Shaq, KG, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Dame Time, and James Harden. Black and blue half and half. We have so many flexes left. Emmitt Smith, Urlacher, Baker Mayfield. Double up Randy Moss, Jay Jettas. We got the Russell Wilson flex. The black and blue half and half is fire. We got the jerseys, the Jamar Chases left. The mini helmets still got the beautiful Joe Montana flat white. Pair that with the Kurt Warner. We got Jamar Chase, Ray Lewis, Palamalu in the AFC North. Roger Staubach, Jordy Nelson, Luke Kuechly. Plenty, and I do mean plenty, of headliners in the minis. We do have our full-size rep helmets available as personals. That includes the likes of Bo Jackson, Kurt Warner, J.J. Watt, Mooning, Warren Moon, A.J. Green, Patrick Willis, Ricky Jameson, and Kyron Williams, all left in those reps. Plus the headliner package, $1849.99. 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic, 4 autographed and authenticated items for less than $2,000. So, guys, it is 9:08. I'm giving you 7 more minutes to keep the show going. If we show some progress, take these 8s down to 6s, take these 6s down to 4s, the 7s down to 5s. I will gladly extend the show, guys. I will say typically I really like to push till 9:30, and it was fairly busy till 8 o'clock, but I will say since 8 o'clock, we've only had 2 orders, so 9:15 will be the cutoff unless we get these breaks moving here very quickly. In the meantime, Ricky, one of my favorite parts of the show.
Hits of the show.
Hits of the show. So,
Number 1's easy.
yes, I was going to say number 5 is also easy and will not feature in the video.
Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis. He's number 5. I think 2 through 4 is where we debate.
I think 4 is also easy.
So I'm going Peyton Manning, number 1. It's got the blue
Ditto.
fire,
Ditto.
beautiful speed flex, the blue visor, blue ink. That is top dog tonight.
This is where I think I know where you're going to go, but I hope you're going to go where I'm going to go. I'll let you go first. Number 2.
I'm going to go based on guys I like, and I like the player. I'm going to go, even though it's black and blue, Kurt Warner.
This is where I thought you were going to go.
Yes, and you're going to go Nico.
I'm going to go Nico.
All right, so we'll deviate slightly.
I had a feeling you were going Kurt.
Uh-huh. So
And I
Bruce
was
Smith
like-
is 4 then.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. So
that's my 3.
I just love Kurt Warner. He's my, one of my top 3 or 4 favorite quarterbacks. I love chrome helmets. Almost perfect. Slightly damaged in the black and blue, but it is definitely a debate, Ricky. This is a very, very close third for me. The ripped Nico Collins, the blue, the black, the red. That is a terrific helmet. And then Bruce Smith with the 200 career sacks. I will do this in the video because it's different. We don't see Bruce Smith often. I think we'll skip TD. It's not a speed flex. That's my number 5. Bruce Smith being number 4. So actually, we have almost the exact same list. I'm glad we have a slight difference, Ricky.
Well, I'll say this. Ask Steven Lenhart what box he wants in the rep personals. Use his SIG club
All
to
right,
get a
so
rep
we do
personal.
have. You see, I knew we would do one more, Ricky.
Is that why you said 13?
I had a feeling we would do at least one more. So Steven Lenhart used his signature club rep personal. Steven, let us know what number you want on your rep personal. And we have Sean Cummings saying, email me if you want to trade that Bruce Smith. I think, Ricky, the Pacers are not blowing this game. They're up 15 now. I know they blew it last time, but I think the Pacers win this game and close out the series tonight.
Okay.
Well, it would put it 3-1, but
Yeah,
virtually close
both
up
series
the
would be 3-1.
Both would be 3-1. I did pick my pre-conference finals predictions, Pacers Thunder.
Did you? Did you
I'll be
put
right.
a bet on it?
No, of course I didn't.
You did
I
that at the
should have.
beginning of the year. I wonder what you would have.
I would have made a lot if it did at the beginning of the year.
Just
I would
like-
not have picked that. to start
Just like
the
I'm
year.
going to make $25K when it's Raiders Panthers.
All right. Good luck with that one, Ricky. Good luck. Steven, let me know what number you want, my man. Otherwise, we'll spin the number for you. Steven Lenhart. Bueller, Steven. All right, I'm going to spin. The reps are actually out of 35. So I'm just going to use this one and put it 35 for now, and we can change it later. Aha, you have to get up once, Ricky.
I have to get it. It's only because he's so good at his job. I put him away already.
Well, he likes doing it. And natural.
Go get a rep.
All right, we do have... My instinct was right, Alex. 13th box. We have a rep personal. And this will be the last box of the night, unless those orders start moving pretty quickly. Box 24 for the reps.
Alex heard us and was like, "How? They're going to be by Alex, is that right?"
And before we go, I'll give Alex a chance at his best hits.
What number did it land on?
24. And it does say 24 is left. So 24 should be available here, guys. 2-4. So rep personal coming up. We did not get spots taken in the breaks. So unless you guys get those orders pretty quickly here, this will be the last box of the 6 p.m. show tonight. Solid show tonight. Had fun as always. Didn't knock out a crazy amount of boxes, but we definitely did have some fun, to say the least, here in the break room. Did have our fun. 24, I think, Ricky. 24, yes, sir. We have 24? Mr. Lenhart. Big winner tonight. Going to end with a dub here before we go. Rep Personals. Thank you, Steven. We got 26 of you guys watching. So if you do want to shoot that shot here later the night, do go ahead, ladies and gents, if you want to shoot your shot here late in the night. Otherwise, we'll pick this up tomorrow at 9. We're on 9, 12, 3, and 6 every single day. Most headliners left in this Rep Personal series, just like most headliners are left currently in the Diamonds. We do have another personal, I believe. Nope, just a jersey break spot for Aaron. We got it back there? Okay, cool. I was like, 24. It's hiding. But we do have it. I thought we had another personal, Ricky, but it's a free jersey spot. It's part of the Sick Club for Aaron Naiman. All right, Steven, good luck. Good luck, my man. Full-size replica. Ooh, this is good. This is good. One of the best offensive linemen of all time. A Cowboy legend. It is Zach Martin on the full-size replica. Zach Martin, just such a staple in the Cowboys' offensive line. Such a consistent presence. 7-time first-team All-Pro. Some people hear 9-time Pro Bowler. They don't respect the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
But you can't disrespect a 7-time first-team All-Pro. Nice job, Stephen Lenhart. Zach Martin replica helmet. That is very, very nice. So we'll put this lid back in the box. We did knock off one spot in our breaks. That is the jerseys. But probably not enough spots to keep the night going. I'm going to kind of do our final wrap-up for the night. If you are getting the credit card out and getting a few spots, to quote Ricky, say, "Hold up, playa. I'm going to get my spots. Wait, Kamen. I'm buying out a break. Let me know." I do got to write this win up, but unless someone's buying a bunch of spots right now, this will just about do it for tonight. Fun Tuesday back in the break room. Coming off Memorial Day weekend.
You'll be back tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow with Alex at noon. I better remember to set my alarm because it's my second work day. I'm going to forget that I have to be in at noon tomorrow. Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen.
You're going to think today's Monday.
I said it already earlier. I should know that you're in on Tuesday, though. I
was
should
going
know
to say,
that.
you didn't call me Robbie at all tonight. Like,
I know, I call you that sometimes. Losing my mind, Ricky. All right, before we go, Alex, I want to get your take. You're a new guy here on the staff.
Yes, sir.
One of our favorite traditions is doing our top hits of the night.
Ooh.
So what do you got for us tonight? I want to see how close you are with Ricky and I. Because Ricky and I had a slight difference.
Okay.
Our 2 and 3 were different. We had the same 1, 5 and 4 tonight.
Okay.
Do you want to go 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
I'll start 5 and make my way to the best.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That works.
So 5, although it's a close call, I have to go with the Terrell Davis. For
Okay,
number
that's
5.
what we went with too.
For number 4, this is also
It's
very
tough. We have a good Fab 4 tonight.
I am gonna go Nico Collins for number 4, although
Ricky's going to come at you.
tough.
He's going to respect the legends. I like it.
That is precisely why.
Alex is respecting the legends here.
You look at that lid and think it's
So for 3, that was Bruce Smith. I mean, Bruce Smith, we talked about. Nobody's touching that record. Right? It's on the commemorable helmet.
Sure.
That's irreplaceable. The Nico Collins is beautiful, but he's got a lot of work to get to that status.
Okay, so, no, we learned something. Because if you're a legends guy, look, if you're a names guy, Ricky, all due respect to Nico, he's the worst name on the
if
table.
they were both
Yeah.
on a suit to service, I'd understand.
That helmet
But
is
have you
gorgeous.
seen that Nico helmet?
It is all.
So that's Ricky's number 2. So you guys are very different.
Okay.
This is my number 3 for the record.
Number 2, and
So we flipped Smith and Nico.
Did I say this guy knows ball? You don't know ball.
He doesn't know helmets, apparently.
Doesn't know helmets, right?
Kurt Warner is my number 2.
Okay, that's my number 2 as well.
But again, a close call between number 1 and number 2 if we're just going off of helmets here.
Uh-huh.
Peyton Manning, that helmet does it all for me, right?
Uh-huh.
The back is very unique. There's even like a camouflage element to that within the blue. Do you notice that, Colin?
Yeah, I do.
Like a digi camo.
It's like a digital camo blue fire.
Yes.
On the Peyton Manning Speed Flex.
And then the blue visor too on the front. Like Kamen made a point to mention that as well.
I love the blue visor.
Another pop feature, right? But all of those helmets on any other day, I think, could be a number 1.
Yeah.
Any day of the week for the most
We
part.
have some awesome lids.
Yes, for sure.
So, and God honest truth, a lot of like when we talk about the best helmets, first off, it's all a matter of personal preference.
Yep.
Because, it depends in, what you like. Obviously, aesthetically, Nico Collins, I mean, to be completely honest, aesthetically, all 3 of these are about even.
I
The
know.
Manning, Nico, and Warner.
Flabbergasted.
To then hear you talk about that with the Manning, I'm like, so obviously the thought process.
Look, he respects the legends, Ricky.
That's a big factor,
Bruce
man.
Smith, 200
The
sacks.
coloring, the
If you
blue,
recall
the red, the
correctly,
black,
at
and
the
the
beginning of the
white,
night, I said
the
that Nico
red.
was my favorite. But
Yeah.
things
Look, I don't
changed.
hate the picks, man. I do have Nico 3, Bruce 4, but it's like I said, Fab 4. The first 4 helmets are all good.
I'm
Yeah.
just hearing you talk about that Manning, and I was like, but the Nico is just
The
as
Nico is-
nuanced.
Who won the Nico
I
again?
do like the Blue Fire better, though.
Nico, that was
The Blue Fire is
Nice.
awesome.
The Blue Fire is awesome.
Yeah.
And then when you pulled that out, I saw that little camo scheme on the back. I'm like, that's even cooler. But they're
Very,
all
very fresh.
amazing helmets. Fabulous job tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Final thoughts from either of you before we go here tonight?
I hope the Cubs close it out, but I'm glad the Cardinals won me some money.
There we go, Ricky. I like it. We're not close on closing out any breaks right now, Montana. We're 6 to 8 to go across the board. If you're going to buy out a break, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll hop off here for the night.
Joe, they you, Joe Montana?
Joe Montana, there is a Joe Montana mini. So, yeah, everything is 5 or more to go at the moment. Actually, everything is 6 to 8 except for the jersey, 5 to go. Final thoughts from you, Alex, for tonight?
Just glad to be here, Common. Appreciate you. And stay kind to everybody out there. Keep coming back to UA.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So I think that will be our wrap up for the night. As always, great job, Ricky, co-hosting, producing. Great job to Alex. And most importantly, good job to the customers.
Absolutely.
Not maybe a home run tonight, but we got a solid double, some good energy, some good boxes. I mean, the helmets are insane that we pulled tonight. So you guys are great. Buy a spot for your birthday right now, Montana. Make it the birthday spot so you can win. All the breaks do carry over to tomorrow at 9. Think of it this way. You bought your spot on the birthday, and maybe you won it the next day. He's a Detroit fan, Montana. All these Detroit guys with Alex in the house.
They knew I was here tonight.
Well, you might want to get in the practice squad for Aiden Hutchinson on that Rave Authentic. But yeah, all the breaks that don't close up tonight carry over to tomorrow at 9, 12, 3, and 6. If you're thinking about a break spot, you got to get the birthday luck. Even if it doesn't sell out tonight, think of it this way. You got your spot on your birthday, right? A happy birthday, by the way, as well. Very cool. So that'll do it for us for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow at 6. Actually, no, tomorrow at 12.
Yeah, don't say
You see, Ricky? God,
Don't say
this
six.
week is tripping me up. Usually on weeknights, except for Wednesday, 12 and 3.
I want to see you do it. Set your alarm right now so there's video footage. Set your alarm
Okay,
right now
I'll do it right now, Ricky.
so that you don't forget, because I'm not I'm not dealing with that.
We did pull the Cade Cunningham, yes. All right, Ricky.
That way when people ask, we have video proof that you set your alarm.
All right, I'm going to set it for 9:30. How does that sound?
Cool. As long as it's set, good to go.
9:30. Thank you, Ricky. I feel like he's my dad right now. 9:38. I always got to set 3. Let's do 9:33. How about that? Alarm is set. I'll be here tomorrow at noon and 3. Ricky is back on Thursday. And I believe Alex will be with us here for all the night shows this week, right, Alex?
Yep, that's right.
So all the night shows with Alex, shadowing, producing. Probably get you in there clicking tomorrow, see where you can apply what you've learned here today. I always say the best way to learn is by doing.
Okay,
So
I
we'll
agree.
get you physically in there clicking tomorrow in the hot spot.
I like it.
We did pull the Cade Cunningham Montana. It was actually, I think it was the very first break in the series. I pulled the Cunningham last week. Godspeed, brethren, he says. There we go. Godspeed to you as well. So that'll do it for us for tonight. 9, 12, 3, and 6. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook every single day. Plus, get those break spots on ultimateautographs.com. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you soon.